everyone, and what is lined up for a fantastic 5 series of matches that we got today. Starting with men's doubles. They're playing Zane Navratil against Julian Arnold and Christian Alshon.
Yes, well, Grandstand Court will have all 5 of the bronze medal matches, and with the high quality play we see here in the PPA Tour now, you look at the lineup on the Grandstand Court, you look up the lineup on Center Court for the gold medal matches, it's hard to tell which one has the better players. So we have fantastic matches, and you couldn't start off with a better one than the one we have here with Eric Lang and Zane Navratil, who had a great run yesterday, and Christian Alshon and Julian Arnold, who came really close to beating Ben and Colin in the semis yesterday. I was watching that one, and at one point Christian and Julian had won game 1, and they had a 9-8 lead, 9-8-2, and Christian had a high forehand and just missed it. Otherwise, they would have had a match point.
Yeah, and you got to just hope that they forget about that and focus on today's match. Obviously, it's always tough to have those those big moments where you let that opportunity pass you by. But today, new day, new match. Gonna have a good fight for bronze here.
It's a little bit cool here in Phoenix. We had a storm come through a few days ago, and then yesterday was a bright sunny day, beautiful pickleball weather. Today's a little bit cooler, at least at the start. A lot of clouds, no rain expected. Maybe a little bit of a light breeze. Hopefully that breeze will stay away. And we're going to expect to see a lot of power in this game. Eric Lang is about, what do you say, Dave, about 9 feet tall or 10 feet tall?
Today it looks about 6'3".
But Zane's got a lot of power on his serve. Eric's got a lot of power on his serve, and I saw them playing yesterday several matches, and they played an extreme power game. Won a lot of points off their serve, a lot of points with the shake and bake, a lot of driving. Julian and Christian obviously also have a lot of power. Julian played very aggressively yesterday, a lot of speed ups in the dink game.
And I think we're going to see a lot of that's still today. I think with these conditions, this ball is going to play fast, and the players are going to take that to their advantage and look to, I think there's going to be a lot of third shot drives, big serves, put a lot of pressure early on the opponents.
Julian was driving a lot on the third. The Johns definitely played Julian a lot. Christian, the extent he had thirds, was usually doing his forehand topspin drop, a really effective shot. It looks like we're ready to go here with Christian Alshon serving at 0-0-2.
And right away, third shot drive.
And a quick firefight. We're at 1-0-2. But that's what we're going to see. I think we're just going to see a lot of power. 4 players that all have really strong power games. Julian with a speed up there a little bit in the transition area.
Now, Jim, do you think these the players, the pace, increasing the pace of the game, is that you think has anything to do with the current conditions, with the kind of the liveliness of this ball, or is the liveliness of the paddles, or the players right now are looking to kind of just change the game up a little bit?
Well, I think it's definitely a combination. I'm curious to see, the ball is new to all of us. I've talked to the pros a lot about the ball, and haven't seen it much in this cooler condition, so I'm wondering how it'll react. But the ball definitely plays very fast, faster than Dura in some ways on the bounce, and we'll see it on the serves. You can get some topspin on the ball where it hops up, and sometimes when you hit sort of a flat power serve, it kind of unexpectedly stays down, and so we see more service winners, serve return errors than we're used to from watching the players play with the Dura.
That's a fantastic drive. Look at that dip. Zin really takes the head of that paddle, really keeps that low, comes through the ball, gives it that shape.
Yeah, one thing, and there we see the odd bounce, stay in. The hop up. Eric Lang putting it away. And a quick timeout from Christian and Julian. One thing about Zane is sometimes on TV he can look like he's not that big. He's actually pretty good size, about 6 foot. But we'll go to a commercial break here early on in the bronze medal match in men's doubles here at the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open.
And I'm a professional pickleball player. My daughter, Anna Lee, is my doubles partner, and her 16th birthday is coming up. It'd be great to get her a car, and Carvana has helped us make that dream come true. They have thousands of options, and I'm a mom, so of course I want Anna Lee to have something safe. Anna Lee has absolutely no idea about this car, so I told her we're going to Carvana's vending machine for a photo shoot. Drum roll. I think this belongs to you.
Oh my gosh, what?
Happy Sweet 16, Anna Lee.
Experience it for yourself at Carvana.com.
And we're back here. Nice timeout. Probably just kind of give a little break to the players. Try to slow down the momentum for Lang and Navratil. And you can just see that. I'm not sure, Jim, yet. This is, we're up 5-0 now. I don't think I've seen one third shot drop.
Well, that's what we saw from Navratil and Lang yesterday, is just power pickleball. And good move by Zane, poaching over there with a backhand. Six, 1-2.
There, beautiful third shot drop. A little bit on his falling backwards, but was able to, again, get under that ball, give a nice dip right over the net.
7-1-2. Very fast start for Lang and Navratil here.
Well,
one thing I think we're seeing is, you know, obviously Zane and Eric are playing a very fast power game. A lot of times you'll see when the opponents are hitting hard, it kind of, the reaction from the opponent is to fire back, and that's not necessarily the best strategy. What do you think about that, Dave?
Well, I agree with you 100%. I was just going to say that. So what's happening right now is Eric and Zane are playing a very hard, fast game, and Julian and Christian are actually trying to now play into that game, and they're speeding it up. What you have to do is actually exactly the opposite. Players that want to go fast, play hard, you've got to actually slow it down. Don't give them the rhythm that they want. Get them to play the rhythm that you want to play.
Yeah, I think that's what we're seeing. It kind of reminds me of a NBA basketball game where one team's playing Showtime Los Angeles Laker 1980 style up and down the court, and you're more of a Chicago Bulls grinded out defensive team. But you start trying to run up and down the court with the Lakers, they probably run you out of the gym. And that's kind of what's going on here, is Eric and Zane are playing super fast, super strong, super power, and running up and down the court. And Christian and Julian are trying to run with them. I think they might want to start walking the ball up the court. Just another error there from Alshon on the great drive.
Right now, Christian needs to just kind of settle down a little bit, take a deep breath, and see if he can just get himself to slow that ball down, give himself some rhythm here. And that might just be the start. Let's see how they capitalize on this opportunity now. There they go. Oh. So that was the right shot, I think, for them. I was happy to see that he didn't drive that third. Unfortunately, he just missed that.
Quick side out there. Not what Christian and Julian needed. 10-1-2.
Yeah. Incorrect call by the referee. 10-1. Yeah.
Yeah, she said 10-1-2. I said 10-1-2.
Correct.
10-1-1.
Oh.
Great exchange there. And there's game one.
Wow. That, well, we knew we were going to have a fast-paced game. I just didn't think it was going to be a fast completion of a game.
That was light speed. Anyway, we'll come back from commercial here in just a moment with the game two, and we'll see if Arnold and Alshon can adjust.
game gets intense, don't let residue ruin your play. Reset, the ultimate solution to bring back the grip, spin, and control to your carbon fiber pickleball paddle. Say goodbye to caked on gunk and slippery surfaces, and say hello to a paddle that feels brand new. Backed by science and made with love by passionate pickleball players just like you. Experience the Reset difference today. Reset. Play hard, play clean.
And we're back here at the men's doubles bronze match at the Grandstand court of the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open. We just saw game one, took 8 minutes. It seemed like it took about 8 seconds as Eric Lang and Zane Navratil came out fired from the first shot and fire, and played a great power game and smoked Christian Alshon and Julian Arnold 10-1. We'll see if Christian and Julian can make adjustments here in game two. They're obviously fantastic players. We'll see if they can make the adjustments and win a game two.
Oh. And the first Andiamo comes out.
A little behind.
I think the first game just didn't have even enough time for an Andiamo to be generated. But there we go. I think now they're going to see the rhythm. They're starting to get, again, the nice thing, have a very short memory. Very short memory.
1-0-1. They've already scored as many points in game two as they scored in game one, so they should be happy about that. But
yeah, right there, Christian needs to think about just resetting that ball there. He was a little bit on his heels, and especially when you fall back a little bit, you got to just look to be more on the defensive and neutral as opposed to being offensive.
I'll tell you right now, if you're Christian and Julian, you should know what's coming.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's pretty predictable. I think by the second shot, it's a speed up.
0-1-1 here in game two.
Boy, I tell you, that ball is coming off that paddle like there's no tomorrow.
Well, we have Eric Lang using the new hula paddle. Dave, what do you think about that new hula paddle?
Yeah, I haven't actually played with it at all. Definitely there's a sound to it that is very, very solid. I'm interested to get out there and when they just have a look, see how that compares. Again, I play with the Onyx paddles. I'm very happy with those paddles, but with all the different companies we have out there, there's a lot of options for players nowadays.
Well, I've heard that there's over 800 paddle companies now.
Well, that was yesterday. I believe today's 900.
Most of them obviously are just buying a generic paddle from China and so on. A couple of factories there that make them, but there's definitely a few companies that put some engineering, some tech into their paddles, and they're coming up with some really powerful weapons out there. The hula paddle, obviously, I've heard a lot about. The other one that we hear a lot about is the Gearbox elongated Pro Power paddle, the one that some of you may remember Chris Hayworth used to beat Ben Johns in singles a couple of tournaments ago, and that got a lot of publicity. I've tried that paddle. That paddle has some amazing power. I know it's been tested. Some of the guys on YouTube that take more of a scientific approach to paddle reviews have found that that paddle is twice as fast as any other then existing paddle on counters, and I've heard that this new hula paddle is a rival to that Gearbox.
Yes, very, very interesting to me about with regards to the testing. Obviously, these paddles are all getting tested daily, and the parameters, I'm not exactly sure. I'll admit I don't know what the parameters are of the testing, but we've got. I think these paddle companies are definitely pushing the limits to the edge. Everyone trying to get the most out of a paddle that you can. Now, granted, with that being said, I will say one thing I don't think we talk enough about actually is also protective eyewear, Jim. And I think that's something that players really need to start considering with the pace that these balls are coming. And with the technology on the paddles, this is definitely something that could lead to some serious injuries.
Well, I know Lucy Kovalova got hit on the cheekbone last night, a deflection off of her own paddle. You know, to the extent there's some some potential danger in pickleball, it's often deflections either off your own paddle or off your partner's paddle more so than getting hit by the opponent. Racquetball, of course, is a sport where they used to not require eyewear and now do.
Very nice shot.
Nice little flip there by Julian. So I think Christian and Julian have made the appropriate adjustment here, trying to slow the game down. We've actually seen a couple of dink points here. And that is the Navratil-Lang game right there.
Yeah, Zane is getting a fantastic dip on that drive, allowing Eric to just come in, be big in that middle. If you look at a lot of these, if it's a rec player and you're watching these, location of these drives, when you're driving the ball and you're looking to set up that shake and bake, or even a shake, you're looking to hit at your opponents at their inside hip a lot, or right at their body. Most of the time that allows that, if they do block that ball is going to be more centralized in that court, allowing your partner to be able to close and finish that ball. You drive too much down the line, that's really becoming a passing shot, and your opponent can not easily help you, as they would have to run all the way across the court in order to poach that shot. A little wind starting to pick up here. Looks like it's going a little bit.
2-2-2. Christian a little disgusted with himself off that last shot. Oh, a mix-up there.
Two balls. That what I would say is should be, well, high slow forehand ball coming. It looked like I
think Eric had a good high backhand there, but he was yielding to the forehand. All shown just a little bit.
Seems
off
a little
today.
off today, right? I was just gonna say just a little bit, almost hurrying, or just not getting set underneath that ball to lift that ball enough.
2-3-1. Good leave there by Julian.
Eric actually a nice poach with a drive with a self poach, just kind of overcooked it.
2-3-2.
Yeah, a little miscommunication.
Do you think they were trying to switch there?
Well,
or was Julian going for
Julian
a
thought they were switching. Christian was pretty adamant that he was not switching, which left half that deuce side of the court open.
Maybe Julian gave him the I formation signal.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that play right there by Julian. I mean, I pretty much you could read that he was going to speed that up. And right now, I think he does not want to play into that game.
I think Julian particularly has a tendency to, if the opponents are playing fast, he'll play fast.
Correct, and you got to be careful getting stuck into that same groove that we were just saying. Yeah, again.
3-4-2, all shown serving.
Now, if you're laying in Navratil, I think you just keep to the same game plan. You're probably driving 90% of your thirds. You're looking to poach. You're looking to be aggressive. It's working. You don't change it.
Yeah. They're steamrolling. You just keep trying to steamroll. There's another Andiamo.
Yeah.
And
not sure if that's necessary after every single point that you win, but if that's your own personal preference, you know, that's all right.
I should have set the Andiamo over/under on this one. I had it on the match against the Johns. I set the Andiamo over/under at 4.5.
And
it came in at 5. It was close for a while.
All right.
He had a couple early, and then looked like the over was going to hit early, and then was quiet for a while. Hit a few at the end. And
where we are now, I mean, at this point, I think they have a total of 5 points, and there's been 5 Andiamo. So I think if you're able to estimate the number of points that, are earned, that'll be the Andiamos.
And we'll go to a quick commercial here at the 2024 Desert Ridge Open.
game, it takes dedication and training. To stay in the game, it takes grit and stamina. To win the game, it takes strategy and skill. You keep focus on your approach, drop, and champion shots, and we'll help you stay focused on your strength, flexibility, speed, and downtime. Having a sports medicine partner in your court is key to helping you make it to the game, stay in the game, and win the game. Select Medical is proud to be the exclusive provider of physical therapy of the PPA Tour.
And welcome back to the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open. We're here, bronze medal action on the Grandstand court. Zane Navratil and Eric Lang against Christian Alshon and Julian Arnold. I'm Jim Kloss, joined by Dave Furman on the commentary today. Lang and Navratil won game 1, 11-1 in 8 minutes. Now we're in game 2, a little bit more competitive and close. At 5-4, Arnold and Alshon in the lead. We've seen Lang and Navratil pick up where they left off yesterday with a high-powered, very fast style. Alshon and Arnold having a little bit of trouble adjusting to it, although certainly they're doing better here in game 2.
Lang serving at 5-5, and again the drive is going to. Yeah, boy, they're just putting that pressure on there. Julian made some kind of comment to the referee. I'm not sure what it was. I didn't hear, or I believe he did, but I'm not sure the nature of that conversation.
Maybe he asked him to slow Eric and Zane down.
Got him. Yeah. Yeah, he's barking at the referee about something. Are you able to hear what he's saying?
No, I don't know what the complaint would be exactly.
And he's
the serve, maybe? Is he thinking Eric's serving too high?
Well, this is just, you have to figure out how to slow them down.
Alshon is not happy, and there's Julian talking to the ref again. And we'll go to commercial break here
so,
at the 2024 PPA.
Julian is making a.
For muscle cramps and spasms, you need fast relief. TheraWorks Relief absorbs quickly with a safe, gentle, non-opioid formula without the mess or strong odor. So get back at it.
TheraWorks.
TheraWorks. TheraWorks works.
Use TheraWorks every day to prevent muscle cramps and spasms. TheraWorks works. Try TheraWorks and get back at it.
Every time I ran on the field, I'd yell, "Let's go!" But where was I really going?
Oh, the depth of this man.
Sometimes I just want to rent a car and go, you know?
I do know. And I think I can help you with that.
Really?
Where you gonna go, Tom? Where you gonna go? Spin that wheel. Looks like you are going in an electric vehicle to Denver, baby. Let's go, Tom. They got mountains and, more mountains. Let's go.
What is happening here?
Who's next?
And welcome back to the Grandstand court. Bronze medal action here at the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open. We've got Eric Lang and Zane Navratil up a game in 8-5-2 in the second game. We had a little bit of controversy relating to Alshon and Arnold questioning, I think, the serve. Dave, what have you picked up on that?
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of a concern regarding, I believe, where Julian's concern is that the point of where Eric is dropping that ball from, he feels like it's a little bit above the waist. Again, that's a question for the referee. It's a subjective question. For me, it's really hard to, when I'm watching it, to really tell from the angle where the referee is standing. I think that's even more difficult to be able to discern.
6-9-1 here. Arnold and Alshon needing a run, or this match is going to be over really, really quickly. Of course, we've got the new serve rules this year that the pros are adjusting to, where they're supposed to, in order to ensure that they're not hitting the serve above the waist, they're supposed to hold the ball waist high or lower and drop it. You can't toss it upward. And it's certainly the taller players have an advantage. I noticed with Deckel Barr, obviously a very tall player, he seemed to have a little bit of an advantage
Oh, little bad roll on that net. Lots of little chatter back and forth between the players.
Some extra smack talk there from Julian.
Yeah. One thing I know is I'm not a very good smack talker, and the other thing I know even better, Jim, is I usually don't smack talk when I'm losing. Eight, 9-2, but they are making a nice run here.
9-2. This is a big point. You don't want to give them. And they got it. 9-9-2. Julian, I think, trying to get under Eric's skin.
All right, here we go. Now it's getting a little heated.
9-9-2, another big point.
Oh. I don't know if Eric seemed like he was taking a lot off on that ball, because it seemed fairly high that there was a pretty easy put-aways, but it felt like he was playing a little tight there.
Yeah, I kind of thought the same thing. 9-9-1.
Yeah, for whatever reason, it seems Eric's like taking a little bit off on that swing. He's not finishing his swing all the way through and has made it feel.
Oh, that one did look high. That definitely looked high.
Yeah. So, first serve, you get a warning after that. And wow. After that, another call on the serve becomes a fault.
10-9-2, we've got an early match point here.
Yeah, that's a good fish.
Julian pretty fired up here, and seems to be aiming the smack talk Eric Lang's way.
Yeah, well, it's definitely had some effectiveness on. Boy, from here it actually looked like that ball was maybe going long.
Yeah, I thought it was long too.
Yeah, okay.
9-10-2. Alshon and Arnold need this point. Oh, you don't want to leave your third in the net on that.
Yeah. So on that, tried to go for like that perfect third. It's great when it goes over. If it doesn't on that, you're down 9-10. Look to maybe hit that third just right in the middle. Make sure you get that ball in play. Let that point develop.
And we'll go to a quick commercial break here at the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open. Welcome back to the Grandstand Court here at the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open. Eric Lang with a match point here on his serve at 10-9-1. That's way long. Good lead by Julian Arnold and Christian Alshon. And we've got match point number 3 here on the Zane Navratil's paddle. Serving at 10-9-2, having won the first game 11-1.
Oh, been appropriate to finish that with a shake and bake, but they were able to defend.
Some nice controlled shots by Christian Alshon. He's been a little shaky this match, but well played point there. I think that's Amiamo number 32 or something.
Yeah, I think you lost a lot of money on your over/under.
Yeah. Well, I didn't set the over/under on this one.
Okay.
But I think with Julian, it's probably safe to always bet the over on that one. 10-10-1. Oh, nice lob.
Oh, bad break off the net.
Bad break off the net. 10-10-2. What's interesting here, Dave, is this match has been not just controlled by Navratil and Lang, but supremely controlled by them. They just ran over them like a steamroller in game 1, have controlled game 2, but if Alshon and Arnold can convert a couple of points, it's all even.
That's a beautiful flip right down the middle. So on that one, you're looking really, we're in that positioning. Zane's got to cover line. Right, he's got to protect that. That ball goes there. That you're looking more at your deuce side player on the backhand stand there, but Alshon did hit the perfect spot right adjacent to the hip. Oh, that's good. Great defense in a row.
That's not coming back. So Navratil and Lang fight off a game point. Get back on their serve at 10-11-1. Game 2 is an excellent battle.
Great location on those shots by Zane.
That's a nice
Make your opponent pick up
Lang.
every single ball off the shoelaces there.
Yeah, we don't see many third shot drops from Lang, but that was a beauty.
Yeah,
11-11-1.
I do feel Eric is kind of feeling a little bit more composed with his shots right now, and I think he's just a little hesitant to fire like he was earlier. So he's a little more relaxed with that softer ball than it is finishing the long stroke on the drive.
Couple of
just like that.
Points there for Navratil and Lang to get back to a couple of match points at 12-11-1. And we're going to go to another quick commercial break here at the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open. We'll be back in a moment.
Every time someone tells you they vacation in the same place every year, it should really make you wonder, why? Travel like you mean it with IHG Hotels and Resorts.
And we're back at the 2024 Desert Ridge Open. And we've got a couple of match points coming up here for Eric Lang and Zane Navratil on Grandstand Court. They're up 12-11-1. Dave, I think what we're going to see here is a power serve followed by a power third shot followed by an attempt to shake and bake. What do you think?
That's what got you here. That's what got you that first game easily. There's no reason to change anything now. I agree 100%.
Well, this game was a nice drop.
Well, so we both thought one way, and the players obviously proved us wrong.
Okay, now we'll see it. 12-11-2. Uh-oh, that may do it. Nope. Nice control there by Julian Arnold.
Wow.
And that'll do it. Interesting little conversation there between Julian and his opponents. But a nice win there for Navratil and Lang.
Very nice. Interesting a little bit how they did kind of change away from their tactic that worked so well for them. But fortunately, they were able to finish that match out and make the adjustments.
And we'll go to another commercial break here and then come back to the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open.
The Veolia Desert Ridge Open is brought to you by Guaranteed Rate, the exclusive mortgage partner of the PPA Tour. By Pickleball Central, your trusted pickleball experts. By Range, clean energy for everyone. By Select Medical, the exclusive physical therapy partner of the PPA Tour. By Selkirk, we are pickleball. And by Skechers, conquer the court in comfort.
Pickleball Central, your trusted pickleball experts.
Follow your vibe. Busy. Flavor for every vibe.
Play hard for fun, to win, to live. Whatever your play, there's Penetrax Joint and Muscle Cream to let you play on. Deep penetrating relief without greasiness, irritation, or unpleasant odor. Inspired by nature and 100% guaranteed. Try Penetrax and play on.
La Roche-Posay sunscreen blocks up to 98% of UVB rays and helps prevent visible sun damage. The only sunscreen with Cellac Shield UVA UVB protection plus antioxidants. La Roche-Posay, the official sunscreen of the Professional Pickleball Association.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the Carvana PPA Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the Carvana PPA Tour.
Check this out. This is Venom Go by Hyperice. You stick this pod on this pad and boom, instant relief wherever you need it. With 9 different variations of heat and vibration, you can soothe your sore muscles instantly. The tight spot on your neck, that little knot on your back, that shoulder that always bugs you, and your tight calf after a ride, say bye-bye to the pain and soreness. Heating up 6 times faster than any other heating pad. Ooh, that's hot. It's designed to get you out and moving. What are you waiting for?
For many of us, we just charge ahead because planning for your future takes time. And right now, thinking about your financial future takes on new meaning. At Baird, our financial advisors have guided individuals and families to achieve their goals through every crisis evolution and groundbreaking idea for over 100 years. That's the difference between thinking you're ready for what lies ahead and knowing you've planned for it. Now that's different. Discover the Baird difference.
Imagine that becoming energy producers would be as easy as biting into an apple. Imagine water that is pure and inexhaustible, recycled and accessible everywhere in the world. Imagine the world of tomorrow, sustainable and desirable. Veolia.
We made our own tequila, so we'd always have a reason to get together, so you'd always have a reason to get together. Grab a glass, amigo. Our casa is your casa.
Ever notice how seniors and health insurance commercials all look the same? Because all of these companies see us the same. But not Humana. They see me.
Humana. My name is Lee Waters, and I'm a professional pickleball player. My daughter, Anna Lee, is my doubles partner, and her 16th birthday is coming up. It'd be great to get her a car, and Carvana has helped us make that dream come true. They have thousands of options, and I'm a mom, so of course I want Anna Lee to have something safe. Anna Lee has absolutely no idea about this car, so I told her we're going to Carvana's vending machine for a photo shoot. I think this belongs to you.
Oh my gosh, what?
Happy Sweet 16, Anna Lee.
Experience it for yourself at Carvana.com.
And welcome back to the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open from JW Marriott in Phoenix, Arizona. Jim Kloss here with you, and along with Dave Furman. And we've got our grandstand match, bronze medal match in men's singles coming up between Jay DeVilliers and Tyson McGuffin. Dave, what do you think on this next match?
I think it's going to be a pretty close match here. I think both players have been playing really well as of late. They both kind of cleaned up their singles game. Both players very fit, coming in with a pretty good strategy is what they want to do, and I think it's going to be a matter of just who is able to execute their game plan just a bit better than their opponent.
Obviously both veteran pickleball players here. DeVilliers uses his size to great advantage. Tyson uses his quickness to great advantage. So a little bit of contrast in styles there. And we're ready to go with DeVilliers serving.
And starts with a beautiful sequence of a deep serve into that corner and a nice inside-out forehand passing shot.
That was a very pretty forehand. Quick 1-0 lead. Tyson loves that deep backhand cut serve return. He almost will run around the forehand in order to hit that deep backhand cut.
Well, the nice thing about that is that as he's slicing it, he's floating that ball. And so as the slower that ball goes towards the opponent, the more time he has to move forward. There again, you see the challenge. If you, with a short return, you really need to consider not moving in.
Well, both these players like to play singles from the net, so I think they're coming in do or die. Side out back to DeVilliers 8-1-1 in game one. DeVilliers jumping up and down a little bit to stay warm. It's been a little cool starting out, but the sun has now come out here in Phoenix.
A beautiful passing shot.
Tyson again with that deep backhand cut. That was a pretty nice return.
It was, but if you notice, Jay, with the footwork, small steps, moving to his left, getting around that ball, so that way he could be in position to actually hit that ball wherever he wanted, whether it was inside out or inside in down the line. Wow.
DeVilliers using his size to get back and forth. It's only about 2 steps from sideline to sideline for him. 3-1 DeVilliers in game one. Wow. That's all I can say about that shot. Wow.
Yeah, it looks like a Stan Wawrinka one-handed backhand there. For all of our tennis fans, it's probably one of the most beautiful backhands you'll see.
That was really a pretty shot. Back over to Tyson. One of the nice things about coming out live to watch these players is the ability to get really close. Our fans are 15, 20 feet away from the court, and players are amazing on TV, but live it is, I don't know, what's beyond amazing.
Little bit of a loose volley there by Jay. Looks like he tried to maybe kind of force out a little bit too much of that short corner on the court.
2-4 Tyson serving. DeVilliers actually, there's pretty good room here on that side of the court. We actually almost ran out of room trying to backhand ATP. 3-4.
Good change up with that backhand. I like Tyson not thinking that he had to actually hit a winning passing shot with that. It was more about placement and then looking for that volley and what he can do with that next shot. Again, don't always think in singles that you have to hit a passing shot.
Beautiful volley there from Tyson McGuffin to get the serve back at 3-4, game one. Jay asking about that call.
Looks like the only one that saw that ball in was Tyson.
It's on the far sideline from where we're standing, but
yeah,
with our bad angle, it did look good. Tyson with the same basic shot. Of course, the rule in pickleball is there are only 2 calls. One call is I definitely saw it out, and all other calls are in. There's no such thing as, well, it was probably out, or I think it was out. That is not a call in pickleball. If you think it was out, your call is in. If you think it was probably out, your call is in. If you're sure it was out, then you can call it out. A lot of players forget that in rec play. You hear a lot of people say, oh, I think it was out. No, that's nice, but thinking it's out means it's in.
Beautiful passing shot there. Again, about 70% pace. It's all about location. Great dip, that ball. Just right over the net.
Jay's showing really good technique, I think, here early on. Really good knee bend, really good positioning on shots. He's hitting some beautiful shots.
Yeah, the single footwork, it's all about footwork. It's getting yourself to that position, knowing where that ball is going to be, getting yourself set, planting that foot, and then hitting through the ball. Oh, would have been a nice cat and mouse point there. Unfortunately, that net took that ball just a bit wide, opens up the ATP, and Jay takes advantage of it. So he'll be, looks like Tyson has called the timeout.
And players taking timeout, and we'll take a break here ourselves at the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open.
Jay,
back in a moment.
Yeah, I'm not sure where Jay went.
We understand that life is about more than mortgages. Our aim is to empower you on your holistic journey to well-being and longevity by helping you achieve your financial and personal goals. Our new, completely free Rate app focuses on community, nutrition, and exercise, as well as offering a variety of financial tips and tools. The Rate app was built to support your mind, body, and spirit, helping to simplify your life and reduce your stress. Download the Rate app and start living your best life.
La Roche-Posay sunscreen blocks up to 98% of UVB rays and helps prevent visible sun damage. The only sunscreen with Celac Shield UVA UVB protection plus antioxidants. La Roche-Posay, the official sunscreen of the Professional Pickleball Association.
And we're back at Grandstand Court at the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open. We've got men's singles action here for bronze medal. Jay DeVilliers against Tyson McGuffin. Jay serving at 7-5 in game one. Quick side out to Tyson, 5-7. It's been a very well played game one here. DeVilliers with a slight advantage, perhaps with a little bit more precision on his passing shots, but both players playing very good pickleball.
And again, Jay doing a really nice job putting that pressure out there with that first shot.
DeVilliers with his Vulcan paddle. Tyson having switched just this year from Selkirk over to Hula. And a big overhead from Tyson. That new Hula paddle has a reputation of being a very hot paddle. I'm anxious to try it myself. I've not yet had the chance. I understand that the pros have it. It's been approved. I don't think it's out for general sale to the public yet, but should be soon. Nice touch there by DeVilliers. Of course, for all you out there watching, wondering what paddle to use, there is no right paddle. There's only a right paddle for you. We're all different. Don't buy a paddle just because some pro uses it. But it is a reason to try it. Try it and see what you think. See if it fits your game. Nice passing shot there by DeVilliers.
Well, you know, Jay's that footwork, it's all about the footwork. He's getting to that position and he's really getting set before the ball even gets there, allowing him the opportunity to actually hit that ball whether he wants down the line or cross. And again, if you notice that, Jay was fully set before he even makes contact with that ball.
That's about the third backhand rip he's had, and his technique is awesome to see. He just gets himself very well set. Great backhand roll. A timeout here from McGuffin at 9-5 DeVilliers. And we'll take a break ourselves and come back shortly at the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open.
Every time someone tells you they vacation in the same place every year, it should really make you wonder, why? Travel like you mean it with IHG Hotels and Resorts.
Welcome back to the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open. I'm Jim Kloss here with Dave Furman. We're at the Grandstand Court with bronze medal action in men's singles. Jay DeVilliers and Tyson McGuffin. A very well played first game. DeVilliers with the advantage at 9-5. If there's both players playing very well. If there's been an advantage, perhaps it's DeVilliers with a little bit better footwork and technique on his passing shots. DeVilliers with a couple of little circuits.
Now, interesting there, if they notice you two-handed backhand on that last one that he just tried to hit a shot.
Well, we're certainly seeing a greater prevalence of two-hand backhand in the game than we used to. I think that's in part taking advantage of the paddle technology. I have never been able to personally use a two-hand backhand in pickleball. I did in tennis a little bit.
Yeah, I came from tennis background. I was a one-handed tennis player, and so I had never been one to use a two-handed backhand. And then again, two-handed requires you're doing predominantly the work with the left hand. For me, unfortunately, my left hand, the only purpose of my left hand is to hold my watch. I can't actually do anything else with my left hand, so I'm not sure how these players do that, but actually that probably takes a lot of athleticism.
I am ambidextrous when it comes to drinking a beer.
And easy point that Jay just gets there with a poor return that sails long, and here we are at game point 10-6.
It's not something we've seen. Both played
another
one long.
Another one long.
Just what we haven't seen it for a long time. Tyson makes two errors, and it's game one to DeVilliers. And DeVilliers having taken game one, we'll come back in a few moments to game two at the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open.
Pack all the things. Fly on your schedule. Reward yourself and the girls whenever. Stay or go when you wanna. And more is on the way. So when you're ready to go, go with heart. Go with Southwest.
Follow your vibe. Busy. Flavor for every vibe.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time.
And welcome back to Grandstand Court at the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open. Jim Kloss here with Dave Furman. We've got bronze medal action between Tyson McGuffin and Jay DeVilliers. We're just starting out game two. Tyson McGuffin serving. Jay DeVilliers having taken game one. And a quick side out to DeVilliers.
I say right now, analyzing this, I feel Jay has been playing a little with more consistency. He's got a pretty good game plan in terms of just working that deep, floaty serve and allowing himself to get a short return that's giving him the advantage of that first attackable, passable shot.
Loose serve there from Tyson. We saw a couple of service return errors from Tyson. It was a well-played first game, although Tyson just made a couple of errors there right at the end that closed it out.
Wow.
Wonderful
Fantastic.
Touch. Wonderful touch volley by McGuffin. Thought he had the point. And DeVilliers Devilliers was there. Guffin serving at 0-1 in game 2. Devilliers having won game 1. So pressure on Tyson now.
Yeah, right there. Lately, what I've noticed, Tyson's a little bit almost running through his first shot. He's not setting his feet. If you watch the before the stroke, if you watch Jay's completely set with his feet, stepping into that ball, hitting. On the last couple ones that Tyson has missed, he's almost running through his shot.
Tyson just looks slightly uncomfortable for some reason.
He's irritated. He just made a comment. He just switched paddles. He did look like something. He looks like he's just feeling that ball is just flying off his paddle. And again, you know what happens is, Jim, these paddles do, especially with the carbon fiber paddles, they start to, the property and the characteristics of the paddle does break down a lot quicker than, say, a composite face paddle. And especially with the pace that these players are hitting the ball, the way that the material kind of breaks down. If that material starts to break down, you start to almost sometimes even get a delaminating factor where that ball will just pop off that paddle, and you start losing control.
Devilliers with a 3-0 lead. That's a beautiful volley there.
And again, a beautiful point.
That looked more like the Tyson McGuffin we're used to. It's somewhat emotional player. I think he just needs a couple of points to go in his favor, maybe a lucky net cord or something, and get him going. Devilliers with his great length, able to stretch and reach that ball, keeping his 3-0 lead.
Tyson looking over at his camp a little bit, kind of seems a little bit perplexed, a little bit lost as to, what to do.
Well, he hit a bunch of good volleys there. And
yeah, Jay played an amazing defensive. It is. Let's see if that kind of change Tyson's mood a little bit. Obviously, we're always a lot more positive when we hit a good shot.
It's a great volley there by Tyson. One thing you notice with these pros is how they take the ball well out in front of themselves. That paddle was a good foot, 18 inches out in front of Tyson's body. You try to hit that same volley with the paddle near your body, you're just going to hit it in the net.
Boy, that serve almost hit like the bottom 6 inches of the net.
Yeah, Tyson didn't really take his time there.
Wow. Boy, Jay just has an answer for everything right now.
Yeah. His length is, I think, really dominating this match. He's just getting to everything.
Yeah, and his movement is just flawless. There again, look at that. I mean, that's a shot that most guys do not get to.
Crowd trying to get McGuffin fired up here a little bit. McGuffin serving now down 0-5 in game 1. In game 2, sorry. Devilliers won game 1.
Wow.
Boy, Jay is just playing his best game.
Yeah, I got to say, this is one of the cleanest, most, I don't want to use the word perfect, but just one of the really cleanest games that I have seen Jay play singles in a long time.
he was playing very well yesterday.
And I hope I didn't just do the commentator jinx here.
Yes, rare miss by DeVilliers today, courtesy of Dave Furman.
Yeah, well. Looks like Tyson decided to lose the hat.
Oh, there we go.
There's a little intensity. There's a Tyson emotional sense of display that we haven't seen most all of today, as a matter of fact.
I think that's what he needed. I mean, again, he's a emotional player, gets fired up, gets the crowd fired up. That's a great thing for pickleball, and he hit a couple of very, very nice shots there, gained his first point. We'll see if that helps him get on a roll.
Looks like no, it's just long. Looks like that sun is trying to make its way out a little bit. It's warmed up a little bit.
A rare unforced error by DeVilliers. You got to be very careful here if you're DeVilliers. You've been dominating this match. You don't want to let him sneak back in. Probably a timeout coming here for DeVilliers.
Yeah, I think he just. Well, it's strange, Jim. He actually asked for a timeout.
Didn't have the walk-off timeout.
Must have been everyone listening to my Thursday commentating saying that the just dropping your paddle, throwing your paddle, and walking off the court does not constitute a timeout.
We'll take a timeout here and come back in a moment.
Every time I ran on the field, I'd yell, "Let's go!" But where was I really going?
Oh, the depth of this man.
Sometimes I just want to rent a car and go, you know?
I do know. And I think I can help you with that.
Really?
Where you gonna go, Tom? Where you gonna go? Spin that wheel. Looks like you are going in an electric vehicle to Denver, baby. Let's go, Tom. They got mountains and, more mountains. Let's go.
What is happening here?
Who's next?
Welcome back to the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open. Jim Kloss here with Dave Furman on Grandstand Court, bronze medal men's singles action. Tyson McGuffin and Jay DeVilliers. Tyson McGuffin serving here at 3-5 in game 2. DeVilliers having won game 1. DeVilliers has dominated this match. McGuffin has got what he needed, though. I said he just needed a good shot or two, maybe a net cord, and he got them both. And now he's a little fired up. He's on a 4-point run, coming back to 4-5.
Jay needs to find a good little stop here. Oh boy, I don't. At this point, you gotta just write that off. There's nothing you can do about it. It doesn't help to get frustrated.
Well, we've certainly seen a change of momentum here. DeVilliers absolutely dominating game 1, and then the first half of game 2 had a 5-0 lead. Tyson now fired up, playing to the crowd as he likes to do. 5-5. DeVilliers needs to stop this momentum. He needs to take a point, slow the McGuffin freight train down.
That is just beautiful.
That is one way to do it.
Yeah, and that's what he's been doing all day long. He just needs to keep doing that. I think maybe Tyson needs to look at sometimes change up a little bit with his return, that backhand return. Beautiful point. Beautiful point. But I was kind of starting to say, sometimes Tyson with that backhand return is almost always floating and returning that ball back to the backhand side over there. It's allowing Jay sometimes to take that little first step to that spot. He gets himself ready already before the return even comes.
I think Tyson's main strategy there when returning serve is not the most aggressive serve return, but he's going to get it deep, and then he's got great quickness, gets right to the net. So I think his main objective is try to keep his opponent back on the third shot while he gets to the net, but DeVilliers has had the answer for that with tremendous ground strokes and passing shots.
It's a nice return right off the baseline. I think, Jay's asking the referee for confirmation, but even from my angle here and my bad eyes, I saw that ball in, so.
McGuffin serving at 5-6.
Wow. Now, that's just so one thing I will say I can't teach, and I teach a lot, Jim, but there's one thing I definitely have never been able to figure out how to teach, and I can't teach it, and that's height.
Height and length and quickness. De Villiers, that ball was 10 feet by him, but somehow he was right there. McGuffin thought he had the point. I think everybody in the crowd thought the same thing.
Oh, missed it wide.
Tyson had him. And we'll get to 7-5. So De Villiers did a good job here. They had that McGuffin freight train to go from 0-5 to 5-5. They just stopped that momentum, and now a couple of
again, did you notice, did you see where that backhand return came? That backhand return that Tyson hits the exact same spot every single time, and that's about a foot inside that backhand on the outside for Jay, but he's moving there even earlier. As soon as Tyson's returning that backhand, he can get there. He knows that ball's coming there.
Tyson's were mainly returning middle, trying to deprive his opponent of angles, which I think in general is a good strategy in singles. But De Villiers is kind of creating good angles with some good form, good topspin on his shots.
That's good.
McGuffin as fast as anybody in this game, but couldn't get to that one.
Yeah, and again, this game, like most other games, patterns. We all, as players, I think I mentioned it the other day, we all have certain patterns that we like to do. And if that pattern works, you keep doing it. But if you notice that pattern stops or your opponent picks up on your pattern, you've got to change things up a little bit.
8-5. Well, McGuffin did change up a little bit.
But that was a forehand return.
Instead of hitting his floaty backhand return, he ran around it, hit a forehand, and hit it wide. Did create an angle for De Villiers, but Jay was not able to convert the forehand on the run.
Wow, what a pickup by Tyson. That ball's out.
Wow.
Boy, I tell you, this is just beautiful, beautiful display of athleticism.
De Villiers looked like he had that. He had a big forehand, hit it at Tyson's feet, and Tyson got the paddle down there. Did a great job just blocking it. One thing that often happens with amateurs, when you get a hard shot at their feet, they tend to swing at it when there's no need to swing at it. If you just get your paddle down there, get your paddle out in front, and just block it without moving your paddle at all, the opponent's speed of hitting a hard shot will give you plenty of pace for your defensive shot to get back. Don't swing at those power shots from your opponent.
Well, I think Jay, at least, yes, he apologized, but you got to remember, a few more points ago, Tyson just had 2 of those in a row. So, and even Jay just even making the comment, quickly remembering the 2 net points that Tyson had as well. Great sportsmanship by both these players.
Players taking a break, and we'll take one ourselves.
Every time someone tells you they vacation in the same place every year, it should really make you wonder, why? Travel like you mean it with IHG Hotels and Resorts.
Welcome back to the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open from JW Marriott in Phoenix, Arizona. Jim Kloss here with Dave Furman. Men's singles action here on Grandstand Court for the bronze. Jay De Villiers, Tyson McGuffin. De Villiers won game 1. He's up 9-6 here in game 2. Looking to close it out. He does not want to let McGuffin back in this match. De Villiers pretty much dominated, except for one good run by Tyson here. McGuffin getting a little more fired up, a little more energy.
And what a beautiful crowd we have here today. We've got full sold out capacity here on the premise here with our on-court side. We are at full, and then I would say probably hundreds of people here behind us on the fence watching, really enjoying this match.
Yeah, if you have a chance to come out here and catch some of the action today. If you miss it today, the pros will be back in Mesa in about 3 weeks at the end of February. Come on out and see the best of the best play in person. There's nothing like it. TV just does not capture the speed, the power, and ability of these players. And you can really get good tips by watching the pros play to make yourself a better player.
Tyson trying to make a run here. Looking to see if he can pull out game 2, force to game 3. Serving at 7-9. Very nice, very nice. So really nice deep serve that you get in that corner, forcing a short return, allowing him to come in, take that ball early on the rise, take time away from his opponent. That opponent's moving forward.
Griffin tying it up 9-9. Devilliers is going to take another timeout.
Jay trying to slow down momentum for Tyson. It's a very good timeout. 3 points in a row you just lost to your opponent. Use a timeout.
And we'll take a timeout ourselves.
From the world's most iconic tennis arenas to the glint of an Olympic gold medal, a new court beckons, a new challenge arises. Jack Sock has conquered tennis. Now, pickleball's next. Mastery, precision, passion, that's what champions are made of. And when it comes to pickleball, there's only one company they turn to. Jack Sock's legacy continues with the #1 brand in pickleball. Selkirk Sport. We are pickleball.
All right, so we're back here. Tyson serving at 9-9, trying to force a game 3.
And Dave, one of the interesting things about this match is Devilliers, it feels like Devilliers has really dominated it.
And I agree with you. He has right now. Tyson's game has been a few little runs here and there, but it's not necessarily as a full consistent. I agree. I think that Jay has dominated predominant points here, and here he is now, serving 10-9 for the match.
Kind of a bad bounce off that Vulcan ball there. McGuffin couldn't handle it, and Devilliers with his first match point.
Well played, always made, Devilliers had probably two extra shots there. I didn't think he was going to get to make your opponent hit. Any other ball you make your opponent hit, it's always an opportunity that the opponent can make a mistake. And both players exchange poor returns, but a lot of, I think, ball seemed had a little good of a hop on that one.
That Vulcan ball, new to the PPA Tour here in 2024. I think players still getting used to it.
Okay, yeah. And again, as we said, I do really like the optics of this ball. I think definitely the visibility is a really nice positive aspect to this new Vulcan ball.
I agree. I do like the color. Very easy to see both on TV and in person.
Yeah, Tyson trying to build that self-motivating energy here. And again, fighting hard for every point. These players are working as hard as they possibly can.
10-10. It's an interesting situation, Again, if McGuffin can somehow
just
dig this game out,
yeah,
you're all even in a match where you've been pretty well dominated most of the way. You'd have to feel pretty good about that. Devilliers, on their hand, really wants to close it out. He does not want to go to a game 3. He does not want to give his opponent the feeling of some momentum. Close, doesn't.
Low ball, tough to take that low ball in the backhand down the line. Obviously, that's the highest part of the net right there. kind of high risk, high reward.
It was a good looking stroke from Devilliers. He's really converted on that backhand a lot today. Just caught the tape.
Very nice inside in forehand on that. I think actually he had Jay leaning a little bit to the left, thinking that Tyson was going to hit an inside out, and that just enough of the lean from Jay causes him to miss that ball.
Talk about a game of inches. Devilliers missed 2 shots there by a total of about 2 inches. Nice stretch.
Very nice.
Devilliers fights off a game point. Gets the serve back at 10-11. Not sure what happened there. It didn't look like a funky bounce.
Yeah, but that definitely is another thing that's... So, I like the consistency of the color of the ball, but unfortunately what I don't like is the consistency of the inconsistent bounce that this ball does show up at times. So, beautiful 1-2 combination with that attempted passing shot. Gets Tyson reaching for that volley. Leaves him a short ball in the middle, but then Jay quickly gets to that ball
and
puts the ball away.
Devilliers with his second match point here.
Oh. And
See how Tyson really had to get down on that serve return. It was almost a block serve return.
Yeah, that ball didn't. Well, it did hit the baseline. I'll give Jay, the credit for the depth of that. But yeah, then that ball did not even come up. Tyson taking a little towel break here, breather. Kind of get himself.
South side where McGuffin is, it's a little tight between the baseline and the fence. Maybe only 6-7 feet there. I think the pros could use another 3-4 feet. And that leads us to match point number 3 for Devilliers. Obviously, he's 0 for 2 so far on match points. We'll see if he can go 1 for 3.
There it is.
Nice rip there by Devilliers.
That's a beautiful passing shot. That definitely got that consistency with that passing shot, and the serve was his strength today.
Kind of appropriate that Devilliers won that with a forehand rip. His passing shots were so good. And that'll take us through the men's bronze match, and we'll go on break and come back in just a moment with more pickleball action.
Imagine that becoming energy producers would be as easy as biting into an apple. Imagine water that is pure and inexhaustible, recycled and accessible everywhere in the world. Imagine the world of tomorrow, sustainable and desirable. Veolia.
Great things happen when good friends get together. So grab a glass, amigo. Our tequila is your tequila. Our casa is your casa.
To make it to the game, it takes dedication and training. To stay in the game, it takes grit and stamina. To win the game, it takes strategy and skill. You keep focus on your approach, drop, and champion shots, and we'll help you stay focused on your strength, flexibility, speed, and downtime. Having a sports medicine partner in your court is key to helping you make it to the game, stay in the game, and win the game. Select Medical is proud to be the exclusive provider of physical therapy of the PPA Tour.
At Baird, we offer a different, more holistic approach to wealth management. With your career, family, friends, and community, finding time for you and making sure your family's financial plans are on track can be a real challenge. At Baird, our financial advisors get it. We'll partner with you to create a unique financial plan and coordinate with your legal and tax advisors to bring it all together so you have more time for what matters most.
Ready yet? Not yet, buddy.
I'm not actually a stereotypical senior. I just play one in cheesy health insurance commercials. In real life, I have Humana because they see me, listen to what I need. It's refreshing.
Humana.
Bring it on.
Pack all the things. Fly on your schedule. Reward yourself and the girls whenever. Stay or go when you wanna. And more is on the way. So when you're ready to go, go with heart. Go with Southwest.
Wherever you are on your pickleball journey, our experts are here to help.
It's easy. I play longer, I feel stronger, and I recover faster.
It's a must, it's effective, and it's stylish.
My name is Lee Waters, and I'm a professional pickleball player. My daughter, Anna Lee, is my doubles partner, and her 16th birthday is coming up. It'd be great to get her a car, and Carvana has helped us make that dream come true. They have thousands of options, and I'm a mom, so of course I want Anna Lee to have something safe. Anna Lee has absolutely no idea about this car, so I told her we're going to Carvana's vending machine for a photo shoot. Drum roll. I think this belongs to you.
Oh my gosh, what?
Happy Sweet 16, Anna Lee.
Experience it for yourself at Carvana.com.
La Roche-Posay sunscreen blocks up to 98% of UVB rays and helps prevent visible sun damage. The only sunscreen with Cell-Lock Shield UVA UVB protection plus antioxidants. La Roche-Posay, the official sunscreen of the Professional Pickleball Association.
Follow your vibe. Busy. Flavor for every vibe.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the Carvana PPA Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the Carvana PPA Tour.
For many of us, we just charge ahead because planning for your future takes time. And right now, thinking about your financial future takes on new meaning. At Baird, our financial advisors have guided individuals and families to achieve their goals through every crisis evolution and groundbreaking idea for over 100 years. That's the difference between thinking you're ready for what lies ahead and knowing you've planned for it. Now that's different. Discover the Baird difference.
The Veolia Desert Ridge Open is brought to you by Veolia, resourcing the world. Oh snap, the perfect snack in a snap. Stratosphere Gin elevated to new heights. Vizzy, a flavor for every vibe. Carvana, serving happiness all season long. Baird, the official wealth management partner of the PPA Tour. And Fila, to play like a pro, you need to dress like one.
And welcome back to the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open here in Phoenix, Arizona. This is Jim Kloss here with Dave Furman, and we are on Grandstand Court with bronze medal matches. Our next match coming up is women's singles for the bronze medal match between Leah Jansen and Caitlin Christian. Leah Jansen, obviously a pickleball veteran of many years, great singles player. Took a little bit of a break from singles last year and is now back at it. Caitlin Christian is primarily a tennis player, played some pickleball back about 5 years ago. Went back to tennis and now is back to pickleball. She got as high as number 38 in the world at doubles.
Yeah, doubles was her specialty. I've seen her a few times actually playing at Indian Wells when I've been out there.
I think her big claim to fame is her movie appearances. She was Emma Stone's body double as Billie Jean King in the 2017 film Battle of the Sexes. She also had a separate part as a tennis player in that movie and also appeared in the 2021 film King Richard. So, a woman of many talents. Saw Caitlin play yesterday, and I think she's got some game. She showed some definite talent in singles, but I also thought she had some strokes that'll help her translate to doubles. I think she hopefully is going full-time pickleball now, and I think if she does, I think she's got the ability to transition to being a good pickleball doubles player. So often singles players struggle. Tennis players come over and they do pretty well at singles, but they struggle to master doubles. I think Caitlin's got some real potential. Interested to see here how she does here against Jansen.
Very nice. The beauty of her, especially as a doubles tennis player, that comfort level at the net with the volleys. You know, right now on the women's side, we see a lot of the singles players that still like to play a lot of baseline, almost tennis style, just at that baseline. But really, the importance is the earlier you can get into that net, put pressure on your opponent.
Christian there, I think, touched her paddle against the back fence. It is a little tight between the baseline and the back fence here on the south side where she is. Jansen serving at 1-2 here in game 1. And that was a beautiful serve there. Good hop deep in the corner. Christian unable to handle it. Tied at 2-2.
Kayla, just a nice return and moving in, getting to that net.
Per your earlier point, Dave, there was a couple of good solid volleys there from Christian. I think you're absolutely right where you know, tennis has gone so much to being a baseline game that when these players come over from tennis, they can somewhat struggle with volleys. Obviously pickleball much more of a net oriented game than tennis. Jansen called that one out. 3-2. I think we see that maybe with Jack Salk. You know, Jack being a double specialist from tennis, comes over to pickleball. He's not at this tournament, but we hope to see him at the Mesa Open later this month.
Very, very aggressive return there.
Christian serving at 2-3.
Just a little too much on that. The attempt was to hit the third shot drop, just got underneath it a little bit, ball floated high, allowed Leah for an easy volley put away.
3-2 Jansen, game 1.
And again, that's sometimes that struggle that we see with that new, you know, with the rules with that serve, when you really are forced to make that contact that low. Sometimes, and if you don't get underneath that ball to lift.
Jansen talking to herself. Certainly Leah a great pickleball player. One thing sometimes she does struggle with is the emotional side of the game. She can get a little down on herself, start talking to herself, and feed into a run for her opponents.
Yeah, so talking to yourself is okay, Jim. It's when you start answering yourself is when you have to start getting a little more concerned.
Christian up 4-3 now.
Wow, that is just a beautiful, and that, you know, right there is from tennis.
Timeout by Jansen here early on, and we will take a timeout ourselves here at the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open.
There are still a few good ideas left in the world. Ours was to make our own tequila. Grab a glass, amigo. Our casa is your casa.
Yeah, we're back at the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open. It is Championship Sunday, and we've got bronze medal action here on the Grandstand court. Women's singles, Caitlin Christian against Leah Jansen. Christian with a little bit of a run here to take a 5-3 lead in game 1. Jansen took a quick timeout, smart timeout. Christian keeping the pressure on. Some really good ground strokes, really good form. She's about 5'11", using her height to good advantage.
And get really nice getting low, that left knee almost touching the ground on that backhand. Great approach shot in the middle, and then putting pressure out of way. Really nice way to do that.
7-3, and here's where we see, like I mentioned, Jansen can be a little, you get a little frustrated. She's making comments about the ball.
And again, as we talked about, that inconsistent bounce, unfortunately, with that ball. When you get that ball low, it really stays low.
Well, all that may be true, but you don't want to get too frustrated and have it get to you, and you turn one bad bounce. Instead of it costing you one point, it costs you 4 points, because you spend the next 3 points complaining about it. It gets in your head, and one mistake leads to another. Got to let it go and focus on the next point.
And right there, 2 quick errors by Kaylin, and just allowing Lidge to get right back into the game now. So right there you see where Kaylin's a little bit struggling when she is not taking the full ground strokes, when she's looking to soften that ball, get into the kitchen. She lifts a little too much underneath the that ball. And as a matter of fact, the path of her swing is just a little too long, and that's why that ball keeps staying up.
Well, it's interesting though to see her try to initiate cat and mouse with the chip.
Yeah. No, it's
exactly.
I like the. That's exactly what I like. What I want her to do. Right now, she's just not able to execute it again, and that partly has to do with, you know, not having that same experience in the doubles game as she does in the singles for pickleball.
But you don't usually see that kind of move from players coming over from tennis. It's probably because she's played pickleball before, going back and forth from pickleball to tennis. But that cat and mouse game where you chip it to the opponent's backhand when they're at the net, something we see a lot from Ben Johns. And probably if Ben's doing something, it's probably because it's a good idea, a good thing to copy.
I agree. But again, as with everything, I think I stated it before, as you get into the game right, you got to develop your game in the same way as it takes time. And like I say, Rome wasn't built in a day. I love that phrase, Jim. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Well, we're gonna build a commercial here for the next few seconds and come back.
For muscle cramps and spasms, you need fast relief. TheraWorks Relief absorbs quickly with a safe, gentle, non-opioid formula without the mess or strong odor. So get back at it.
TheraWorks.
TheraWorks works.
Use TheraWorks every day to prevent muscle cramps and spasms. TheraWorks works. Try TheraWorks.
And we're back here at the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open. Women's singles bronze medal action from Grandstand Court. Caitlin Christian serving Delia Jansen at 9-5. Jansen took a timeout that was probably appropriate as Christian had gone a little run, but unfortunately she comes out of the timeout with an immediate serve return error. And a game point for Christian at 10-5. Good return there from Jansen.
Good defense, reestablished the point, and forced the unforced error by making your opponent hit one extra shot.
That was a nice play by Christian. Jansen had full control of that rally, just could not close the deal. And another game point number 2 here for Christian. That was close. No video replay here on Grandstand Court, unfortunately. That would have been a good one to take another look at. We don't have the best angle from where we are as announcers, but that looked close.
Wow, beautiful composure, playing that ball off the net, and a way to recognize that that line was just wide open there. Get that ball behind her opponent.
Game point number 3 for Caitlin Christian. And she closes the deal on that with a nice forehand passing shot. Jansen stomps off in frustration. We'll see if Jansen can figure out something to bring back in game 2 to change the momentum on this match. And meanwhile, we will go to commercial break here.
Check this out. This is Venom Go by Hyperice. You stick this pod on this pad and boom, instant relief wherever you need it. With 9 different variations of heat and vibration, you can soothe your sore muscles instantly. The tight spot on your neck, that little knot on your back, that shoulder that always bugs you, and your tight calf after a ride, say bye-bye to the pain and soreness. Heating up 6 times faster than any other heating pad. Ooh, that's hot. It's designed to get you out and moving. What are you waiting for?
Imagine that becoming energy producers would be as easy as biting into an apple. Imagine water that is pure and inexhaustible, recycled and accessible everywhere in the world. Imagine the world of tomorrow, sustainable and desirable. Veolia.
And we are back at the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open on Grandstand Court with bronze medal action. We have women's singles going on right now. Caitlin Christian and Leah Jansen. Christian up a game and a point.
Leah, a little bit visibly frustrated, I think, with her game. And it's true, you had mentioned, you know, she has not played as much singles lately. Maybe she feels like she's a little bit rusty, but right now, just at some points, just a little bit of some mental breakdowns, but again, that can be easily overcome. Just find the composure, take a deep breath. Actually, that looked quite wide to me from here, but Leigh's thinking that.
Jansen questioning the call there by Christian. Christian called it wide.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
We do not have the best angle, but it did, in general, look wide. Referees did not overrule. Jansen then with a loose serve return. Jansen complaining about something.
A let. She felt that it was a let serve.
I didn't hear a let. Jansen calls a timeout in disgust. Jansen frustrated. She needs to cool off, and we will cool off ourselves with a commercial break and come back shortly. She's just letting every. So, back here at the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open, Grandstand action, bronze medal match between Caitlin Christian and Leah Jansen in women's singles. Caitlin Christian took game 1. She's up here 3-0 in game 2. Leah Jansen showing a little bit of frustration in the last point, complaining that there was a let serve that was not called.
Now, right there, I liked it how Leah came in one step into the court, got low, hit a nice approach shot, and then followed that shot in. Whereas right now, I think a little bit sometimes she's getting in trouble for herself is choosing the right ball to come in on. And again, if at any point you hesitate or you think you're not sure if you're going to move in on that shot, do not move in, because you'll probably get caught that one step behind and allow your opponent the opportunity to pass you.
Nice backhand passing shot from Leah. She changed paddles there at the last break. Now talking to the crowd and asking why she didn't change paddles earlier from hula to hula. I'm not sure what the difference is between the two paddles. But
I will say again, I mentioned it before, the carbon fiber paddles do change characteristics quite quickly. And if that paddle starts to, you know, break down, starts to feel that point of where it starts to delaminate, you really start to lose control. You get a ton more power. And that ball's over here somewhere, but all right, here we go.
As Yogi Berra said about baseball, 90% of the game is half mental. So I think that's true of pickleball too.
Yep. Unfortunately, he was not a good mathematician.
But he did come up with a lot of great sayings. Jansen trying to fight back, and that leads us to another Yogi Berra phrase of "it ain't over till it's over."
And Caitlin serving at 3-1, taking a little time to compose, get herself prepared. And right there, again, I feel like the ball is just not coming up for Leah. She's expecting that bounce to be a little bit higher. She's running through that ball, and then the ball just stays low, and she's mishitting it.
Jansen's certainly more effective at the net than she is from the baseline. So she's trying to sort of aggressively move forward into the serve return to help her get to the net even more quickly. But perhaps it's leading to a few serve return errors. Those are real killers. You know, you've got the advantage as the returning player in pickleball, and you don't want to be giving your opponent, your serving player, a freebie. Jansen trying to fire herself up. A few shots from the crowd of encouragement for Jansen.
They're getting some support here. Again, beautiful, beautiful full crowd.
Wow, that
Great
was a well-played point by Caitlin Christian. Every shot with
just
good
right
pace,
on top, yeah.
Good pace, good position, good footwork, great knee bend. That excellent form from Caitlin Christian. How's that for a forehand? Caitlin Christian with a nice whippy forehand passing shot. Earns herself a 5-2 lead. And there we see again Leah Jansen with an unprintable comment about the ball. Not happy. 6-2.
And Leah has her little routine that she likes to do, kind of gives her focus, get her in the Zen mode.
Forehand from Caitlin Christian slightly wide.
You know, that's something I tell a lot of my students as well sometimes, especially when it comes to serve or your turn. Always, you know, get to a position where you do and repeat the same motions, repeat the same mechanics every time. When you repeat and you maintain that same pattern, you find yourself that you can be a lot more, you know, focused. Sorry, but it took me a long time to get that sentence out.
Jansen still trying to fire herself up here. Jansen serving at 2-6.
So Leah a little bit frustrated at herself, looking at her paddle quite often, trying to figure out how to correct her shots. She's got her targets where she wants to hit, she just can't seem to hit the targets.
Oh, and Dave, your favorite, the walk-off timeout.
The walk-off timeout.
No statement of timeout, no T signal, nothing to the ref other than you walk off with a disgusted look and the referee has to figure it out. So a timeout for Leah Jansen. We'll take a timeout ourselves for another commercial break at the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open. Back in a moment.
Roche-Posay sunscreen blocks up to 98% of UVB rays and helps prevent visible sun damage. The only sunscreen with Celac Shield UVA UVB protection plus antioxidants. La Roche-Posay, the official sunscreen of the Professional Pickleball Association.
Every time someone tells you they vacation in the same place every year, it should really make you wonder, Why? Travel like you mean it with IHG Hotels and Resorts.
Follow your vibe. Busy. Flavor for every vibe.
Welcome back to the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open. We're here at Grandstand Court with women's singles action, bronze medal match. Caitlin Christian and Leah Jansen. Jim Kloss. I'm here with Dave Furman. Caitlin Christian dominating this match, at least to this point. Leah Jansen showing some frustration, having quite the monologue with herself. Christian serving an 8-2, looking to close this out in 2 games.
And again, Leah definitely showing some visible frustration, both at the ball and in her play.
Jansen yelling, "It does not come up." I mean, she's expected a little bit higher bounce from the ball and didn't get it.
And quickly here we are at match point, Jim.
So Caitlin Christian, look at her body language, very positive, hopping, upbeat, wanting to get to line. Jansen just frustrated, talking to herself. And
well, unfortunate, but almost a fitting end to this play.
That was appropriate. Jansen just disgusted with everything. And Caitlin Christian with an easy bronze medal win here. And we will go to break now and come back with more pickleball action here in Phoenix, Arizona.
Ever notice how seniors and health insurance commercials all look the same? Because all of these companies see us the same. But not Humana. They see me.
Humana.
I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no else, gotta get a no call to quits, yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets, yeah. Better move out the way, cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all of it. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out.
At Guaranteed Rate, we understand that life is about more than mortgages. Our aim is to empower you on your holistic journey to well-being and longevity by helping you achieve your financial and personal goals. Our new, completely free Rate app focuses on community, nutrition, and exercise, as well as offering a variety of financial tips and tools. The Rate app was built to support your mind, body, and spirit, helping to simplify your life and reduce your stress. Download the Rate app and start living your best life.
Every time I ran on the field, I'd yell, "Let's go!" But where was I really going?
Oh, the depth of this man.
Sometimes I just want to rent a car and go, you know?
I do know. And I think I can help you with that.
Really?
Yeah. Where you gonna go, Tom? Where you gonna go? Spin that wheel. Looks like you are going in an electric vehicle to Denver, baby. Let's go, Tom. They got mountains and, more mountains. Let's go.
What is happening here?
Who's next?
Play hard for fun, to win, to live. Whatever your play, there's Penetrax Joint and Muscle Cream to let you play on. Deep penetrating relief without greasiness, irritation, or unpleasant odor. Inspired by nature and 100% guaranteed. Try Penetrax and play on.
My name is Lee Waters, and I'm a professional pickleball player. My daughter, Anna Lee, is my doubles partner, and her 16th birthday is coming up. It'd be great to get her a car, and Carvana has helped us make that dream come true. They have thousands of options, and I'm a mom, so of course I want Anna Lee to have something safe. Anna Lee has absolutely no idea about this car, so I told her we're going to Carvana's vending machine for a photo shoot. Drum roll. I think this belongs to you.
Oh my gosh, what?
Happy Sweet 16, Anna Lee.
Experience it for yourself at Carvana.com.
Pioneered by revolutionary technology, backed by relentless research, we bring you an unmatched quality of product. Made right here in the USA, each performance paddle is engineered to perfection and built to last. Because when it comes to the sport we all love, quality and performance matter.
When the game gets intense, don't let residue ruin your play. Reset, the ultimate solution to bring back the grip, spin, and control to your carbon fiber pickleball paddle. Say goodbye to caked-on gunk and slippery surfaces, and say hello to a paddle that feels brand new. Backed by science and made with love by passionate pickleball players just like you. Experience the Reset difference today. Reset. Play hard, play clean.
Typical insurance for every senior.
I'm not actually a stereotypical senior. I just play one in cheesy health insurance commercials. In real life, I have Humana because they see me, listen to what I need. It's refreshing.
Humana.
La Roche-Posay sunscreen blocks up to 98% of UVB rays and helps prevent visible sun damage. The only sunscreen with Cell-Lock Shield UVA UVB protection plus antioxidants. La Roche-Posay, the official sunscreen of the Professional Pickleball Association.
Every time I ran on the field, I'd yell, "Let's go!" But where was I really going?
Oh, the depth of this man.
Sometimes I just want to rent a car and go, you know?
I do know. And I think I can help you with that.
Really?
Where you gonna go, Tom? Where you gonna go? Spin that wheel. Looks like you are going in an electric vehicle to Denver, baby. Let's go, Tom. They got mountains and, more mountains. Let's go.
What is happening here?
Who's next?
actually a stereotypical senior. I just play one in cheesy health insurance commercials. In real life, I have Humana because they see me, listen to what I need. It's refreshing.
Humana.
This is what you're waiting for. People ready to ride. I think I'm ready tonight. I think I'm ready tonight. This is what you're waiting for. People ready to ride.
Follow your vibe. Busy. Flavor for every vibe.
Whoa! Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believed me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic got to say. I got them picking up the pieces. Hook it up. Bring it on.
Pack all the things. Fly on your schedule. Reward yourself and the girls whenever. Stay or go when you wanna. And more is on the way. So when you're ready to go, go with heart. Go with Southwest.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the Carvana PPA Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the Carvana PPA Tour.
Every time someone tells you they vacation in the same place every year, it should really make you wonder, why? Travel like you mean it with IHG Hotels and Resorts.
Play hard for fun, to win, to live. Whatever your play, there's Penetrax Joint and Muscle Cream to let you play on. Deep penetrating relief without greasiness, irritation, or unpleasant odor. Inspired by nature and 100% guaranteed. Try Penetrax and play on.
La Roche-Posay sunscreen blocks up to 98% of UVB rays and helps prevent visible sun damage. The only sunscreen with Cell-Ax Shield UVA UVB protection plus antioxidants. La Roche-Posay, the official sunscreen of the Professional Pickleball Association.
Every time I ran on the field, I'd yell, "Let's go!" But where was I really going?
Oh, the depth of this man.
Sometimes I just want to rent a car and go, you know?
I do know. And I think I can help you with that.
Really?
Where you gonna go, Tom? Where you gonna go? Spin that wheel. Looks like you are going in an electric vehicle to Denver, baby. Let's go, Tom. They got mountains and, more mountains. Let's go.
What is happening here?
And welcome back to the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open here at the JW Marriott in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Jim Kloss. I'm here with Dave Furman. We're here with Grandstand Court action, bronze medal match between Thomas Wilson and Vivian David and Tyra Black and Augie Guh. An interesting match here today. With me again is Dave Furman. Dave, what do you think about this this bronze medal contest?
I think we've got ourselves lined up for a fantastic match. We've got players with absolute great athleticism, great consistency, great overall game. We've got Tyra, who comes from a strong tennis background, as well as Thomas, Vivian, Augie. Every one of these players, I believe, played college tennis. Started, unfortunately, with a long serve. And here we go, 0-0-1.
Augie Guh serving. It's spelled G-E, but we have confirmed that it's pronounced Guh. I don't think we'll have any trouble with the other last names. But we made sure we got that one right. 0-0-2, Tyra serving. Nice forehand roll there from Thomas Wilson. Earns the side out. Audience is probably pretty familiar with Vivian David, Thomas Wilson, and even Tyra Black, who was my most improved player on the women's side in 2023. Augie, a little bit more of a new player. Dave, I know you're pretty familiar with Augie from having done some coaching with him. So
yeah, well, Augie's thank you, Jim. Yeah, Augie's a local player here. I had met Augie. It's probably been a year, maybe less than a year. We first kind of met on the scene here, started playing. Had the pleasure of kind of helping, mentoring him and coaching him some. Obviously, he is a fantastic individual, amazing tennis player, and just took to the game and understands the concepts. Very, very coachable, and an amazing athlete who's just picked up the game, and I think is going to just improve from here on out. I think you're going to start seeing him with some amazing results at each new tournament.
I think it's his first appearance in Championship Sunday. His first shot at a PPA medal. It'd be, I mean, it's a great accomplishment either way, just to get here against this great field. He and Tyra beat Riley Newman and Jackie Kawamoto, and they also beat Lucy Kovalova and Matt Wright. Quite an accomplishment at his age.
Yeah, some really nice wins there, and I mean, the one loss they had in the winners bracket, I mean, that was to Ben and Annalie. So in close match, I know they actually had the lead a little bit. They made a good comeback in that second game, had the momentum. I think even Annalie was a little bit concerned that they were going to lose that second match, or the second game, excuse me.
Augie using that Vatic Pro paddle. I've used that myself. It's a really good, solid, all-around paddle. Might want to try that one if you're out there looking for a paddle. Always try them before you buy them. See if you can find some people that will let you demo the paddle. See one that fits your game.
Right now, Vivian Thomas, I think, feel like they're controlling a little bit more of the points. They're put a little more pressure on, getting, unfortunately, some easy points off the missed serve returns, and winning a lot more of the hands battle, as well as pressing a bit more here.
4-1-1. Oh, that was a nice shot there by Vivian David, sort of a semi-scorpion. Really good knee bend on this. Really good anticipation of the speed up coming from Tyra. 5-1-1.
Interesting. I thought that ball actually looked wide, but as you can tell, Guy and Black were really struggling, actually, just getting to the net and establishing their positioning there.
A really quick 6-1-1 lead. You notice with Augie being a lefty, playing the right side, they're on an odd number of points, meaning Augie is starting on the left side, and they're having a little bit of trouble unwinding the stack. For those of you who might be unfamiliar with the terms, unwinding the stack, meaning you're starting on the side you don't want to be on, so the person returning the serve needs to return the serve and hustle cross court to get in position. The other player who's not returning serve has their choice of either starting on the side they don't want to be on and shuffling across the tee to get in position, or as Tyra Black is doing, you'll see starting on the outside of the court and then just moving into position. I favor, for stacking, if you're going to do it, I favor the way Tyra and Augie are doing it, where the player is off the court and just moves into the court. So you see Tyra's moving into the forehand. I think that's a lot better than starting on the right side, then moving over to the left side where you're moving in toward your backhand.
Now, Jim, I actually have to disagree with you. I actually like the other method better. What I find the disadvantage of the one player playing off the court is that you leave the entire court open for the opponents to attack them. But not only that, if you serve your opponent wide, you leave the entire court open. And I feel having the player at least stay in the middle can help cover some of that position and maintain court positioning much better to protect their opponent in case that serve gets them off the court.
It is certainly pair dependent, does depend on the serve. When Augie is over here returning with a right-handed server, it's harder for them to serve wide. If it was a left-handed server, it might be a little different, but certainly you do what you're comfortable with. I know I've got two guys named Ben and Colin Johns who agree with me on the way to stack. They tend to they always stand on the outside.
Yeah,
of the court,
they do, but again, I will disagree. A lot of players, in my opinion, when they're playing Ben and Colin, they don't serve them wide. They give them too easy of a serve in the middle, which really doesn't put any pressure on them. Again, Jim, that's the beauty that we can agree to disagree, as long as I'm right and you're wrong.
Well, it's like anything else. It's just personal preference. I don't ever.
Yeah, and I don't mind that you have a wrong personal preference.
I tend not to think of right or wrong. I think do what you're comfortable with, what works for you. Try out different methods. Rec games, often people are so worried about winning and losing. And last time I checked, winning or losing a rec game never meant anything.
That's right. That's the time that you really, really need to practice on certain concepts and the mechanics, and don't worry about the outcome of the game.
And we see Vivian and Thomas now stacking, since we're going to argue about it, stacking the correct way. Again, I don't consider it correct or incorrect. Just again, what you're comfortable with.
Yeah. So again, in this manner here, let's see how they line up.
Yeah, I think they'll either they won't stack, or they'll stack the more, call it, traditional way, where Thomas is in the court and slides over. It does depend again on whether the man's returning or the woman's returning. Augie is so fast, so quick, that he can return from the ad side and hustle over there to his deuce side. Thomas obviously feeling the same.
Oh, but again, there you see what happens in that particular case. The entire deuce side of that court is open. Just a nice easy drop in there is going to fall in all day long. And that actually was not even with a very deep aggressive serve that Augie hit there. Had he hit even a more aggressive serve, you'd see even more opening on the court. So Jim, let's just continue to argue our points.
Well, that was more traditional, and Augie did a great job of attacking the stack there. The good drive at Vivian David, leading us to a timeout.
And what's funny is, Jim, that your wife is standing here nearby. She can hear me, but she agrees that I'm right and you're wrong.
We'll go to commercial right now. And welcome back to the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open. We're here on Grandstand Court with bronze medal
6-9, I believe, right?
Mixed doubles. We've got Vivian David and Thomas Wilson against Augie Gutt and Tyra Black. Wilson and David are up 9-6. We've got Augie serving at 6-9-2. Very well played match so far. And Dave Furman is with me. I'm Jim Kloss. We're here to argue about the proper way to stack. I guess we can keep going all day long since we're seeing a lot of stacking by both pairs. There we see Augie again attacking the stack, attacking the player who has return serve. And a beautiful,
very nice move by Vivian right there.
Beautiful Ernie. And Vivian David surprising the crowd by smiling, which of course Vivian David almost never does on the pickleball court. If there's ever an award for happiest player, I think they just name it the Vivian David Award and be done with it.
And for all of you fans listening out there, also please, any interest, take a look. Senior Pro Tour. It's seniorprotour.com. It's a new tour that not just for senior pros, but for amateurs and amateur pros as well. We have about 18 events going on this year. We have the next event is in Tustin Hills next weekend. And partnering up some with National Pickleball, as well as the Foster Pickleball Group.
So Thomas Wilson struggling a little with the sun. He and Vivian David are on the north side. The sun is pretty much due south of the court. If you can see the shadows of the players, it's directly going from the south to the north. So when you're on the David Wilson side, you do have some sun in the eyes. Clouds seem to be parting here in Phoenix. It's a beautiful day for pickleball. Almost no wind. Flag is completely still. We've had a little bit of wind the last few days, but
and sun coming out, thankfully.
Look at the defense there.
So, yeah, I mean, beautiful. If you notice how low Vivian gets when she's in the transition zone, she knows that ball is going to be attacked, and most likely, obviously, that ball will be attacked low at her feet. She is low, she is stationary, she's not moving, and the more pace your opponent gives you, the absolute less counter that you want to do with your paddle. Just basically soften up your grip, be ready, just let that ball go into your paddle.
That's a great point. The harder your opponent is going to hit the ball, the lower you want to be. What a poach there by Augie. The athleticism on that really surprised the opponents.
Yeah, that's the one thing, definitely, Jay, I did not teach him that. Since I don't have that, I can't teach what I don't have. But, yeah, no, beautiful, beautiful athletic move there. And look at that nice soft reset. Oh, there's the I'm sorry, not sorry, raise my hand up as if I apologize.
8-9-2. Very close, well played first game here.
Oh, Thomas tried that well, closed the middle very quickly. Oh,
I think that hit the pole.
Yeah, they hit the pole, right?
Yeah.
So again, even if that ball went over, that is not considered part of the net. A pole is actually would be outside, so that's a fault.
And we have our first game point here. Oh, and a loose return there from Tyra Black. And game one goes to David and Black, 11-8. Pretty well played game by all four players. And they'll take a break between game 1 and 2, and we will take a break as well and come back in a moment to the PPA Desert Ridge Open.
insurance for every senior.
Ever notice how seniors and health insurance commercials all look the same? Because all of these companies see us the same. But not Humana. They see me.
Humana.
Welcome back to the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open here at JW Marriott in Phoenix, Arizona. Jim Kloss here with you with Dave Furman. We've got bronze medal action on the Grandstand court. Vivian David and Thomas Wilson against Augie Guh and Tyra Black. And yes, I am pronouncing Augie's last name correctly. We confirmed it with him before the match started. We had a well-played first game going to Wilson and David. Waiting a few moments here before we start game 2. Here again with Dave Furman. Dave, what do you think Augie and Tyra need to do to try to get an advantage here in game 2?
Well, I think they actually changed their strategy a bit. They were able to get a lot more composed, really kind of slow it down, get to that kitchen where at the earliest onset of the game, I felt they were constantly in the transition zone and being on the defense. Really at the end of it, it came out to be a few errant, returns. Tyra hit some poor returns and the game ended, but I think if they can continue that style of play, that they can be right in this match again.
Well, it was a well-played, close first game. You see Tyra on the left. Not the normal spot for a woman in mixed doubles, but normal today because she's playing with the lefty. I do like Tyra Black on the left side.
Yeah, but right now I'd like her to be a little more patient and selective with some of her speed ups.
Well, I think that's true. Her playing on that side, she can be the setup player and let Augie be the put-away man. He's got tremendous quickness, and of course, being a lefty, his forehand still down the middle.
Because also what's happening is she's playing heads up right now with Vivian. If you notice, Vivian is reading the attack actually pretty well in this. Before that attack, Vivian is already sliding over.
Vivian David, of course, one of the best, if not the best, defensive player in women's pickleball. Nice dink exchange here between all 4 players.
Oh, and Augie kind of lost his patience a little bit on that one. Very low ball to speed up. Kind of might catch your opponent off guard, but it's a very, very low percentage shot.
That was a pretty tough flip there. Wilson serving at 2-0-2 in game 2. They took game 1, looking to close it out. A lot of quality dinking there by the players, and Thomas Wilson with sort of a semi-ATP caught Augie a little bit by surprise. Get to 3-0-2. Boy, you see the hop on that serve, Dave?
Yeah, that. I think in tennis we call that a kick serve.
Now that Vulcan ball, you put some topspin on it, it can really kick up.
And a let, so we will replay that serve.
Wilson and David stacking again where Vivian stands outside the court and moves in, whereas when Vivian David is returning, if they unwind the stack, Thomas Wilson starts in the court and moves. We've talked about that before and how I like the Vivian David stand outside the court method, and Dave favors the Thomas Wilson stand inside the court method. There's certainly pros and cons to each.
Absolutely, Jim. I agree with you, except mine have more pros and yours have more cons.
You can all try it at home in your rec game and discover that my way is the better way.
Yes. When no one else is playing. Here we go. All right.
But
Making
the idea
a little
of how best to stack is like anything else. I mean, try it at home in your rec games. Don't be so concerned about whether you win or lose the rec game. Work on things. Work on different techniques. Pick your shot that you think you're weak at, and just try that shot. I know one of mine that I've definitely been working on is trying to imitate Christian Alshon's topspin drop off the forehand, and I'm a lot better at it today than I used to be. I used to miss that shot a lot. Now I'm able to convert it most of the time, and it comes from just repeated practice in rec games, not worrying about the score. Let my opponent, my partner take a few lumps as I leave them up in the air too much, but hey, that's the price I got to pay for playing rec with me when I'm working on something.
Oh, that's right. And that's okay, right? It's okay to make mistakes, because if we don't make mistakes, we usually don't learn.
But try things in your rec game. We all have shots that we're not that good at, or our weaker shots. Figure out what your weaker shot is and take that day to practice it and work on it and try to improve it. Thomas Wilson with tremendous power. He's got about as much power as anybody in the game. Decided Jack Sock.
Oh, just mistimed that, but she was sitting on it. I do love how low Tyra gets on these dinks there. She's able to get as many of those dinks in the air as possible. And again, you notice when she's getting that ball and dinking in the air, she's not really looking to necessarily be aggressive or do anything fancy with it. Really, the main purpose there is take time away from your opponent. Oh. Self-inflicted, as they say, friendly fire. Not self-inflicted.
That is the danger way to get hit in pickleball. We saw Lucy Kovalova get hit in the face last night off a deflection from her own foul. Hope she's okay and able to play at 100% today. She'll be up here next in the women's doubles bronze match.
Oh. Trying to get a little too cute to try to cut that sharp angle quite a little bit.
Vivian David to serve here at 6-3-2. Once again, we shockingly see Vivian David smiling on the pickleball court. Tyra hitting an out ball there. A little disgusted with herself. Taking a timeout. Now they're down 7-3-2, having lost the first game. They're going to need to turn things around, or this one will be over. So with the players taking a break, we'll take a break ourselves. Go to a commercial here at the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge.
This is Venom Go by Hyperice. You stick this pod on this pad and boom, instant relief wherever you need it. With 9 different variations of heat and vibration, you can soothe your sore muscles instantly. The tight spot on your neck, that little knot on your back, that shoulder that always bugs you, and your tight calf after a ride, say bye-bye to the pain and soreness. Heating up 6 times faster than any other heating pad. Ooh, that's hot. It's designed to get you out and moving. What are you waiting for?
Rate, we understand that life is about more than mortgages. Our aim is to empower you on your holistic journey to well-being and longevity by helping you achieve your financial and personal goals. Our new, completely free Rate app focuses on community, nutrition, and exercise, as well as offering a variety of financial tips and tools. The Rate app was built to support your mind, body, and spirit, helping to simplify your life and reduce your stress. Download the Rate app and start living your best life.
And welcome back to the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open. We're here with with bronze medal action from Grandstand Court. Thomas Wilson, Vivian David won game 1 and are ahead 3-7-2. Tyra Black and Augie Gus serving.
Now I know we talked about
Augie and Tyra regaining the serve. Feels like they need a run right here. Feels like if they give the serve back to David and Wilson, we may be done. 4-9-1.
I tell you, Thomas is moving and just covering a good portion of that court there and able to put a lot of pressure on his opponents.
Definitely. Vivian David giving good encouragement to her partner.
And here we are, 9-4, looking to close it out. That's a good location on that speed up.
Vivian David has played very solid pickleball, very staying in her lane, playing very appropriate defensive-oriented pickleball as the woman letting her partner take more of the court and supply the offense. Very smart pickleball by Vivian David.
Yeah, that's Augie was just a little bit too far away from that ball.
4-9-2. Tyra trying to put a little spin on that serve and make it harder for Vivian David to unwind the stack. But Augie and Tyra unable to go on a run here, so still down 9-4.
Wow.
How about that movement by Thomas Wilson there?
I think I added 18 steps to my day-to-day by just watching Thomas do all that movement there.
Don't try that at home. All that does is get you a pulled hamstring. And the player's taking a timeout here, and we'll have a match point when we come back here at the 2024 PPA.
At Baird, we offer a different, more holistic approach to wealth management. With your career, family, friends, and community, finding time for you and making sure your family's financial plans are on track can be a real challenge. At Baird, our financial advisors get it. We'll partner with you to create a unique financial plan and coordinate with your legal and tax advisors to bring it all together so you have more time for what matters most.
Welcome back to the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open. Bronze medal action here on Grandstand Court, and we've got a match point for Thomas Wilson and Vivian David. One nice block from Vivian David to keep the point alive. Gets us to a second match point. 10-4-2.
Well played by Augie. Way to stay on that low on that ball. Compact swing.
Nice play. I think in general, if we looked at the percentage of balls hit by the different players, I think we'd find that Thomas Wilson has hit a lot higher percentage than Augie has hit, and I think that's the difference in this match.
Yeah, but why do you think Augie has not been able to get into as many points, or is just is it been Thomas has been dictating most of the?
I think that was your answer right there. I think Augie's played a decent game here, but Thomas Wilson is showing great athleticism, covering more of the court, moving over. A lot of the dink exchanges that seem to be cross court between Thomas and Tyra. And through that, Thomas is kind of able to dictate the pace of the point, dictate when his speed up. Tyra has not been able to come up with an offensive answer out of that sequence. Nice shot there.
Yeah, so in there, I mean, maybe Tyra needs to consider going a little more heads up with Vivian there, and you know, changing her placement on her dinks and not going cross too much, and allowing Thomas to be able to dictate and control a lot of the points.
You see again just an exchange between Tyra and Thomas. What's the problem? They call it football?
That's what it looks like, yes, but I'm not sure was it a football on Thomas?
8-10-2, it must have been a football. I admit I didn't see it.
I didn't.
And the players will take a break. At 8-10-2, we'll take a break here and come back shortly to the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open. Welcome back to Grandstand Court at 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open. We've got bronze medal mixed doubles action. Tyra Black and Augie Gus serving to Thomas Wilson and Vivian David. Thomas and Vivian have dominated this match, winning game 1 and taking a commanding lead in game 2. Augie and Tyra now with a bit of a run to get to 8-10. Can they get back all the way and take game 2?
Wow.
Oh, Thomas wants that one back. It's a shot he makes 99.99% of the time. 9-10-2, a really, really big point in this match. Beautiful shake and bake there.
Kind of all of a sudden just some loose points by Thomas. Almost seemed like lost a little bit of focus. Didn't really even think that there's a poacher.
10-10-2.
Oh.
Ooh, almost a crash there between Thomas and Vivian.
Nice reset by Augie.
Great play.
And again, this is where I think Tyra needs to play a little more heads up. Oh, wow. And just long. Just long. Great exchange.
Great exchange. That gets a very, very well-deserved round of applause from this nice crowd around the grandstand court.
All right.
10-10-1.
So a few match points lost.
Augie and Tyra did a good job of getting to 10-10. It deprives Wilson and David of a match point on the first serve. Ooh, what an angle. Tyra knocking the ball into our announcer table. 10-10-2.
Yeah.
That was long.
I think that was long, right, Jim? Did you? Yeah.
Definitely long. Augie questioning it for a second, but it was long and gets us a match point. Augie needed to convert that one.
No.
Oh. Boy, the match had
that was
going back to Augie and
what an
side,
unfortunate finish there, but congrats to both Vivian and Thomas.
They did play well. They did dominate the match. Almost got away from them there. But it's that close in a lot of these matches. Just one or two mistakes. We saw that yesterday in a lot of the matches. And that match is over. We'll come back with women's doubles action here at the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open.
Follow your vibe. Busy. Flavor for every vibe.
We made our own tequila, so we'd always have a reason to get together, so you'd always have a reason to get together. Grab a glass, amigo. Our casa is your casa.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the Carvana PPA Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the Carvana PPA Tour.
To make it to the game, it takes dedication and training. To stay in the game, it takes grit and stamina. To win the game, it takes strategy and skill. You keep focus on your approach, drop, and champion shots, and we'll help you stay focused on your strength, flexibility, speed, and downtime. Having a sports medicine partner in your court is key to helping you make it to the game, stay in the game, and win the game. Select Medical is proud to be the exclusive provider of physical therapy of the PPA Tour.
La Roche-Posay sunscreen blocks up to 98% of UVB rays and helps prevent visible sun damage. The only sunscreen with Cell-Lock Shield UVA UVB protection plus antioxidants. La Roche-Posay, the official sunscreen of the Professional Pickleball Association.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my.
Every time someone tells you they vacation in the same place every year, it should really make you wonder, why? Travel like you mean it with IHG Hotels and Resorts.
Pickleball Central, your trusted pickleball experts.
Myself. This is what you're waiting for. I think we're ready to ride. I think I'm ready tonight. I think I'm ready tonight. This is what you're waiting for. I think I'm ready to ride.
To make it to the game, it takes dedication and training. To stay in the game, it takes grit and stamina. To win the game, it takes strategy and skill. You keep focus on your approach, drop, and champion shots, and we'll help you stay focused on your strength, flexibility, speed, and downtime. Having a sports medicine partner in your court is key to helping you make it to the game, stay in the game, and win the game. Select Medical is proud to be the exclusive provider of physical therapy of the PPA Tour.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the Carvana PPA Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the Carvana PPA Tour.
Follow your vibe. Busy. Flavor for every vibe.
I need all the wins. Yeah. Ain't no ever gotta get a no call to quits. Yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets. Yeah. Better move out the way cause I'm coming with hard it hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all of it. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out.
insurance for every senior.
Ever notice how seniors and health insurance commercials all look the same? Because all of these companies see us the same, but not Humana. They see me.
Humana.
Check this out. This is Venom Go by Hype Rise. You stick this pod on this pad and boom, instant relief wherever you need it. With 9 different variations of heat and vibration, you can soothe your sore muscles instantly. The tight spot on your neck, that little knot on your back, that shoulder that always bugs you, and your tight calf after a ride, say bye-bye to the pain and soreness. Heating up 6 times faster than any other heating pad. Ooh, that's hot. It's designed to get you out and moving. What are you waiting for?
The Veolia Desert Ridge Open is brought to you by Guaranteed Rate, the exclusive mortgage partner of the PPA Tour. By Pickleball Central, your trusted pickleball experts. By Range, clean energy for everyone. By Select Medical, the exclusive physical therapy partner of the PPA Tour. By Selkirk, we are pickleball. And by Skechers, conquer the court in comfort.
And welcome back to the JW Marriott and the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open here in Phoenix, Arizona. Jim Kloss here with Dave Furman, bringing you bronze medal action from the Grandstand court. We've got our last match of the day over here in Grandstand. We've got women's doubles. We've got Rachel Rohrbacher and Anna Bright against Lucy Kovalova and Callie Smith. And right away, we've got a beautiful firefight going. And that's long.
And that's out. And Jim, I got a feeling today's match will be a continuation of how hard can we hit the ball?
Well, I'm interested to see this one because I've been touting the Bright Rohrbacher pair as somebody that, in my opinion, is playing what I think will be the new style of women's doubles, taking advantage of both the ball and the paddle technology, what I've been calling blast ball, which, if there were 4-0 players, people would call them bangers, but that's not fair to them because they're doing it with skill and precision and good judgment. And what they're doing is playing a game of constant pressure on their opponents. You'll see Rachel and Anna hit a lot of third shot drives, a lot of shake and bake, good hard serves, speed it up in the dink game. They are not here to do long dink points. They're here to play some exciting firefight pickleball.
I agree with you, Jim, and again, it's all a matter of shot selection, right? If that return comes deep and you feel you're on your back foot and you're leaning backwards, that's probably not a great ball to drive hard. You might want to just kind of more push that ball so you get that ball over, but you're not necessarily looking to push and be aggressive with that ball. You get a ball that you can step into the court and put pressure on your opponent, yes, go ahead and drive that ball. But again, be selective of the right shot.
Great defense there by Lucy Kovalova. Just couldn't quite get that last one. Well, I think with one difference, I mean, there are a number of differences between the men's and women's game. I think one difference is the ability to counter off of a hard hit shot. The men often are able to take a speed up, counter it with a put away, whereas the women more often will counter with a reset. So what Rohrbacher and Bright have been doing is speeding up, because they figure, well, at worst, I'll just get a reset and I'll just pound it again. So I think what Callie and Lucy need to do is to counter with force. Try to be ready. You know you're going to get a speed up. Be ready and counter with force. Try to counter and put the ball away, not just reset it.
So right idea, way to step in there, take that ball early. The backhand just got a little bit ahead of that ball, pushed it out.
These two pairs played each other at the last PPA tournament, and it resulted in a runaway victory for Rohrbacher and Bright. We'll see if Kovalova and Smith can make some adjustments. There again, we see Rohrbacher with you know, not the best shot to speed up. It was kind of low. She was a little bit off the line, but still chose to speed it up and did so successfully. That's the constant pressure.
Oh, bad break off the net there.
4-2-2. And again, Rohrbacher, again, taking every opportunity to speed the ball up. Rachel especially just not interested in dinking. She wants to go offense, offense, offense.
Good slide by Lucy there, allowing herself to be able to get out in front of that ball in the backhand.
And Anna Bright just offense, offense, offense. Reminds me of Eric Lang and Zane Navratil, who successfully won a bronze here a little earlier with lots and lots of offense. Beautiful defense there by Lucy Kovalova. I think one of the things that Smith and Kovalova have to avoid is getting sucked into responding to that constant pressure with constant pressure of their own. I don't think that's their game, and I don't think that's the best thing to do, is to feed into. I think Rohrbacher and Bright want to do a fast game. Why feed into that? What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, I agree with you. Very similar to what we had in the men's game, right? And we had Eric and Zane going very, very aggressive at the beginning, getting, you know, Julian and Christian also trying to do that same game, and that's not their strength. So, right, play your strength. Force your opponent to play your style of game. Don't get forced into playing their style of game. Figure out how you make adjustments in your game.
I think Rachel and Anna like nothing better than some opponents who come out there and try to smack the ball with them. 4-3-2. Oh, that's not a ball to speed up.
Yeah. I think the term overly ambitious is on that one. I'm not sure if, you know, none of us like geometry or physics, but I'm pretty sure that geometry and physics says that that is absolutely impossible, which Anna just tried to do.
The ankle high speed up from the kitchen line. Three, 4-2 here in game one. Anna Bright says, well, if the ankle high speed up doesn't work, I'm going to try the calf high speed up.
Yeah, again, the same. Anna's got to be careful. You know, she's getting a little bit predictable of the balls that she's going to speed up. Lucy's already kind of recognizing that early, sliding early and being able to counter very quickly.
Nice play there by Callie Smith.
As you can see, Callie has changed. Callie used to play with an Onyx paddle. She's now playing with Selkirk. I'm not sure if that's just if that's her new company or that she's just trying out some different paddles. I think last tournament she was playing with a Carbon.
Nice play there by Callie Smith.
Way to stay low and compact over that ball.
That Selkirk paddle tends to be a little bit more of a touch paddle. In my opinion, not really keeping up with the technology of some of these newer hot paddles, be it the Gearbox Pro Power elongated paddle or the new Hula paddle. Those seem to have a
But
little
remember,
more
power
juice
is
to them.
fantastic, but you also have to have the ability for touch and control, right?
Oh, absolutely. I think some of the newer paddles, though, are amazing in technology. If you go back and just look at the paddle I was playing with 10 years ago or even 5 years ago, I think pretty much if you don't have a paddle that's been designed in about the last year, you're probably behind the times and need a new paddle. the technology is just amazing, where they can create these power paddles that also have great control.
That was a little quirky miss hit there.
And for those of you listening, no, I am not sponsored by any company. I don't get paid by anybody. So you get my unsolicited, free, worthless opinions for taking what they're worth.
And usually Jim's opinions are worthless.
Yes.
Again, I see his wife here nodding her head in agreement with me.
Well, the one thing I say about paddles is they're all personal. You try them. A paddle I might like is a paddle you won't like, or vice versa. There's no right paddle. There's no best paddle. There's just lots and lots of good paddles. Try them all out. For those of you in Phoenix area, go see All About Tennis. I think it's All About Tennis and All About Pickleball now over in Scottsdale Road near Shea. And no, I don't get paid anything. That's a free commercial for them, but they have a great demo program where you can pay $50, and for 30 days, you get to try as many different paddles as you want. You just try one paddle, try it for a day, come back the next day, try another paddle, try 30 different paddles for 30 days, or even more if you want to come back twice a day. And the $50 you pay for the demo program gets credited to your purchase. So it's essentially a free, unlimited demo program. It's a great program.
Again, that previous point, beautiful job by Lucy. Sliding and sitting on that backhand on the deuce side there. All right, nice words of encouragement between Callie and Lucy. Those two have played quite some time together, so they've built some nice, good chemistry.
5-6-1 here in the bright serving. Rohrbacher now at 5-6-2. Very aggressive play there by Anna Bright. That worked well to get to 6-6-2. I think Rohrbacher and Bright have made up their minds. They're just going to play extremely aggressive, and you are not going to change that opinion. That's what they're going to do. Win, lose, or draw.
Very nice step in there by Anna. Take that ball early and become aggressive. Close down middle. Short stroke with that next ball.
7-6-2. Rohrbacher and Bright tend to go on a lot of good runs with that style. They get going. They sometimes get their opponents on their heels, and they can string points together like nobody's business.
Again, as you can see, just like you mentioned, the team Callie and Lucy really struggling to get to that kitchen. A lot of these points are kind of always caught in that transition zone.
It was very good defense, but not good enough. Players taking a break for a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well and go to this commercial break. Be back in a moment.
Guaranteed Rate. We understand that life is about more than mortgages. Our aim is to empower you on your holistic journey to well-being and longevity by helping you achieve your financial and personal goals. Our new completely free Rate app focuses on community, nutrition, and exercise, as well as offering a variety of financial tips and tools. The Rate app was built to support your mind, body, and spirit, helping to simplify your life and reduce your stress. Download the Rate app and start living your best life.
This is what you're waiting for. People ready to ride. People ready to ride. People ready to ride. This is what you're waiting for. People ready to ride.
And we're back at the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open with bronze medal action from the Grandstand court. Women's doubles. Anna Bright, Rachel Rohrbacher against Lucy Kovalova and Callie Smith. Bright and Rohrbacher on a nice run to get to 9-6. playing with some constant offense.
His question, but yeah, it was long.
We could see that pretty easily. Anna Bright questioning it. 691. It's turned into a beautiful day here in Phoenix. The sun is out, the clouds are going away. I'm working on my sunburn. Dave, what are you working on, tan or sunburn?
I always work on my tan, Jim. I only have 2 positive traits. One of them is my tan.
Well, that comes with being the #2 Israeli player in the world.
That's true. I'm still arguing with Deckel. He feels he's #1, but he's younger, so I might give him that credit.
Well, I think Deckel's got you, but #2 ain't bad. You can just try harder.
That's true.
Rohrabacher and Bright again questioning the call.
Apparently people are looking over at us that we're not supposed to help make that call, but we are in agreement that it is out. Again, it's not our call, it's not our say, but we have opinions.
Hard not to help them. And players taking timeout, so we'll take a timeout here at the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open from Phoenix, Arizona.
We offer a different, more holistic approach to wealth management. With your career, family, friends, and community, finding time for you and making sure your family's financial plans are on track can be a real challenge. At Baird, our financial advisors get it. We'll partner with you to create a unique financial plan and coordinate with your legal and tax advisors to bring it all together so you have more time for what matters most.
And welcome back to the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open. Bronze medal action from the Grandstand court. Anna Bright and Rachel Rohrabacher playing their usual game of pressure, 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 pressure.
Nice poach by Callie. Got it defended well. Lucy got stuck a little bit too far behind, was able to come in and help be on the aggressive end there.
8-9-2. Interestingly, Anna Bright has been playing the left, and now they've switched with Rachel Rohrabacher on the left.
And another little bit of a question on the call, but I as well believe that was in. So well called by the players. And side out here for Bright and Rohrabacher.
Anna very insistent that it was in.
Yes. And consistently correct.
Oh, kind of a loose return by Kovalova and a bad time to give their opponents a couple of game points. Bright and Rohrabacher now, again, just not stacking. So going back left, right, left, right. I knew that was coming. Anna Bright playing very aggressive pickleball. Good defense there by Rohrabacher.
Oh.
And game 1 goes to Rohrabacher and Bright, 11-8. And the players will have a break here after game 1. We also will take a break and come back momentarily with more bronze medal action.
Follow your vibe. Busy. Flavor for every vibe.
Typical insurance for every senior.
I'm not actually a stereotypical senior. I just play one in cheesy health insurance commercials. In real life, I have Humana because they see me, listen to what I need. It's refreshing.
Humana.
La Roche-Posay sunscreen blocks up to 98% of UVB rays and helps prevent visible sun damage. The only sunscreen with Cell-Lock Shield UVA UVB protection plus antioxidants. La Roche-Posay, the official sunscreen of the professional pickleball.
Yeah, we're back here at the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open. Game 1 in this bronze medal match having gone to Rohrabacher and Bright. Kovalova serving to open game 2. We saw in game 1 Bright and Rohrabacher come out and, to absolutely no one's surprise, play a game of constant pressure. A lot of third shot drives, a lot of shake and bake, a lot of speed ups. Surprisingly, Smith and Kovalova seem to try to feed into that and try to keep up with it. Not sure that's the best strategy. Dave, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's pretty simple. You're expecting that drive. You're looking, so you got to figure out, okay, you got to, now here what you got to do is you got to be a little more aggressive with your counter punches. Take that time away from the person at the net who's poaching just like that. If you notice, right there, Lucy, as that drive comes, you've got to be a little more aggressive with that, so you punch. Now that ball comes much quicker. The poacher does not have the same time to react to it.
Dave, I know like me, you're big on pickleball players needing coaches. I don't see anybody on the Kovalova-Smith side coaching, trying to give them advice. As a really good analyst yourself and a good coach, if you were sitting on that sideline and you had a conversation with them after game one, what would you be telling them?
Well, for Lucy Kelly, again, kind of what I just mentioned. I mean, you know the other team's going to play aggressive. Slow it down in the sense, try to get them to that kitchen and be ready for every ball that they're going to attack. And look to move them around. If they're going to attack, make them attack on the move at least, not just standing squared up. And when they do drive that first ball, I want you to counter punch. I don't want just an easy an easy volley or just a neutral ball.
Anna Bright probably reaching a little too far for that one. But Bright and Rohrbacher are going to fire that gun every single time. They are going to go down swinging. They're not going to go down passively. When they make mistakes, it's going to be a mistake of over-aggression. And they're quite happy with that. It's been very successful with them. I think it's a new trend in women's doubles. I think we're going to see it more and more. I think it's going to be a style that gets copied. 1-2-1 here. I think Kovalova and Smith sort of play a little bit what I would call an older style of pickleball, more defensive oriented, and I just don't think that's the way to play with these new paddles. Another lob from Kovalova, nice one. And it is just a matter of time here before Rohrbacher and Bright speed it up. There it is. Nice shot.
And that's it. And again, if your opponents are going to speed it up, though, force them to speed that ball up exactly where Rachel sped it up from. Make them speed it up from further back in that court. And then you now control that kitchen line. When that ball comes in, again, you're looking to counter it. And shorten your swing, counter block that ball. That ball's going to get back to that opponent so much quicker. They don't have time to reset and be ready for that counter. Again, if you notice there, where did Lucy just sped that ball from about 4 or 5 feet from behind the kitchen line, and Rachel was able to counter that while she was at the kitchen line.
Well, that's where I say the paddle technology comes in, because we've seen some of the testing figures now that some of these folks do on YouTube and so on, showing the difference in paddles on the counter speed. That some of these newer paddles, like the Gearbox Pro Power elongated paddle or the new Hula, that they seem to have speed up speeds that, at least according to those folks that test them, are twice as fast on a counter as a paddle like the Selkirk one that Callie Smith is using. So if you want to counter, you want to counter this stuff aggressively, and taking advantage of some of the new paddle technology is one way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, when I'm looking right now, I mean, Callie it's almost seems like she's got nothing on her counters. Yeah, you know, I mean, that ball is, it's like almost like it's sitting on that paddle, and you can just see the slow trajectory coming off that paddle. You know, for her,
that whole point, it was Kovalova and Smith trying to climb uphill, Bright and Rohrbacher are roaring downhill. You just have that feel of an uphill downhill situation on a point. And being uphill is not the way to go. Look at the defense there by Rohrbacher and Bright, and Anna Bright, great switch from defense to offense, and they are going to do that again and again and again. You might force them to play defense on a shot or two, but they're constantly looking to turn it into offense and hit a nice pressure shot. Very well played. Again, they're just going to go down firing. You might counter them once, but they're going to force you to counter twice, 3 times, 4 times. Short break here for the players and short break for us. We'll be right back.
Check this out. This is Venom Go by Hype Rise. You stick this pod on this pad and boom, instant relief wherever you need it. With 9 different variations of heat and vibration, you can soothe your sore muscles instantly. The tight spot on your neck, that little knot on your back, that shoulder that always bugs you, and your tight calf after a ride, say bye-bye to the pain and soreness. Heating up 6 times faster than any other heating pad. Ooh, that's hot. It's designed to get you out and moving. What are you waiting for?
Welcome back to Grandstand Court here at the 2024 PPA Desert Ridge Open.
Nice slide again by Lucy.
Bronze medal action here. Bright and Rohrbacher in 1-game-1 are in pretty good control here in game 2, up 2-5-1. Kovalova serving.
Yeah. Callie doing a good long look at her paddle. Seeing if she can talk to that paddle, see if make that paddle work a little bit more for her.
Seems like they're fishing a little bit for an answer, Dave, of how to counter this constant pressure.
No.
See, I don't think Lucy is comfortable with that shot. I think she's just responding to the constant pressure on the other side. And
yeah, so you feel that because you're getting pressured, you feel you need to do the same thing. But if that's not your game, you are not going to be able to do that. Way to step in there on Anna's really looking to take that ball early and put pressure on it. And again, I think, yeah, you know, Rachel and Anna are playing kind of always on the forward, moving forward. Right now, Lucy and Callie a little bit playing always on their heels.
That's more of Lucy's game right there. Lucy, a little miscommunication. Lucy Kovalova is so good at standing at the kitchen line and dinking cross court. She's got an excellent cross court dink, good topspin form. She does some good lobs off of it, and if you hit it up a little high, she's got a great sweeping forehand where she tries to put away. We just haven't seen that at all from her in this match. Just sort of out of sorts, not playing their game. And there is Anna Bright.
Yeah, just attacking every single ball.
A little bit of frustration
pressure,
there
yeah.
Lucy.
And again, attacking, moving forward. Callie and Lucy defending and moving backwards.
Yeah. Rachel and Anna are just saying, I don't care what style you're playing. This is what we are playing.
And that's exactly what my fear was going to be, that Callie was going to look to start to speed the things up and speed the balls up, where really she's going to start forcing shots that are not there. She has to be careful. Again, she has to play to her strength. Yeah, absolutely.
That's more Lucy Kovalova's game.
That's exactly what you want. You have Lucy and Callie at the kitchen, and you've got Anna and Rachel on their heels moving backwards.
2-8-1. Kovalova and Smith need a run here, or it is going to be all she wrote.
And here comes the tap.
See, that's what we see, Dave. I think we see kind of Bright and Rohrbacher initiating what I call a fairly mediocre speed up, but they're just not afraid of the counter. They do a mediocre speed up to get the firefight started, force their opponents to play a game they're not comfortable with, and then they just, Bright and Rohrbacher say, I'm going to beat you in the firefight.
And again, even just look at this point right there. There's a great point. I don't think Lucy and Callie got more than 4 feet forward of the baseline.
Yeah.
I think Lucy asking for a review of the ball, lost its shape, but it looks like we're going to continue playing with the same ball.
I think Lucy was asking him to switch to a Dura, but no can do. Great defense.
Oh, very nice, yeah. Yeah, I don't think right now with that paddle, I don't think that Callie has the potential to put a ball away.
Just doesn't seem like it. 8-2-2. It's okay. Rachel Robacher is fine with that. She and Hannah are gonna miss shots.
Right now, I mean, as you play the percentages, I mean, she has won the majority of those sequences, so you're definitely not worried about that one miss.
That freight train's gonna hit some bumps, but eventually it's gonna get there. See what happens here. See if we have another speed up from Rohrbacher. And
again, look at, if you watch here again, I particularly am not a fan of Callie's positioning at the kitchen. Callie almost never even gets to the kitchen line. If you watch her, she moves around a lot, which is not a big deal, but her positioning is never, her feet are never at the kitchen line.
Lucy a little overly aggressive there. Again, I don't think that's their game. 3-8-2.
And just from the onset. All right.
One for the crowd.
Yeah.
8-3-2. Rohrbacher saying right here wants a 3-point run and go to lunch.
Yeah.
Just we're repeating ourselves, Dave. It's just point after point.
Yes. This is almost becoming the definition of insanity.
Yes, it's just rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. They keep doing the same thing, and Kovalova and Smith have no answer. A good play there by Callie Smith. Hannah Bright kind of had her paddle in the wrong position, couldn't handle that speed up. 9-3-2.
Beautiful drop.
That was.
Oh. And here it comes.
You just know what's coming. That was a nice lob by Hannah Bright, a little mix up.
Yeah, I say right now with the sun positioning over there, that's actually a pretty good tactical shot there.
That was. I'd like to see that again. I mean, Smith and Kovalov got to be preparing it every time for a speed up, so a lob or two might really surprise them. I think there's Callie Smith. Normally, I just don't think she wants to speed that ball up, but again, I think she's influenced by her opponent's style and tries to be overly aggressive and just nets it. I think 99% of the time she just hit a nice, safe, solid forehand drop, and same thing again.
Big swing on there. I think she's also, again, in my opinion, she's trying to compensate for that lack of power in that paddle, and she's trying to find that stroke where she can put the ball away.
Kovalov and Smith need to get this serve back. 10-3-1. Oh, there's that lob.
Oh, and it was a foot fault, was called from a push off. Now, interesting enough, there's a rule there when you.
Oh, what did she say? The ref saying there's a replay for some reason.
Yeah, because the ref called a foot fault before the player made contact with the ball.
Oh, technically she did not contact the ball, so it was an improper foot fault call.
Correct.
They never would have run the lob down, though. But
I know. So that's actually a very interesting goal, but that's a ref error on the ref's part. That, boy, I mean, right now, with the score being 10-3 is one thing, but if this was a 10-10 score.
Wow. Sort of reminds me of the uncatchable ball rule in pass interference in
exactly.
football, but Bright and Rohrbacher say, we don't care.
Yeah.
We're just going to blast away and win the next point, and they do.
Well, Jim, it's been a pleasure.
11-8, 11-3. Rohrbacher and Bright with the win. And we are done here on Grandstand Court with our 5 bronze medal matches. We will see you next for the Mesa Open on the PPA Tour. That is at the end of the month. If you have a chance, if you live in Phoenix, if you live somewhere else, come on out to see the pros at the end of the month at the Mesa Open. Rumor has it that some guy named Jack Sock will be playing this one. I'm very much looking forward to seeing Jack Sock play in person. He already is known as having the best forehand in pickleball. He has tremendous power, great athleticism, just really fun to watch. He's a guy who could easily be the best, challenged to be the best singles player in pickleball this year. We've seen already how Ben Johns is, it's hard to say Ben Johns ever struggling, but somewhat struggling in singles with the competition. It's no slight to Ben, he's just as great as ever, but a lot more competition in singles, aided by that paddle technology. And the depth of the draws in the other events is amazing. We saw that yesterday with, for example, Declan Barr and Tyson McGuffin dropping game 1 in the round of 32. They almost got knocked out in the round of 32, but came all the way back to make the finals. And that just shows the depth out here of these tremendous players. So I invite you all to come out to the Mesa Open or whatever PPA event is in your area. But that's all for now from Desert Ridge, and we will catch you at the next tournament. Enjoy your pickleball game. Have fun.
Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believed me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic got to say. I got them picking up the pieces. Hook it up.
Bring it on.
Pack all the things. Fly on your schedule. Reward yourself and girls whenever. Stay or go when you wanna. And more is on the way. So when you're ready to go, go with heart. Go with Southwest.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the Carvana PPA Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the Carvana PPA Tour.